for today. Welcome to another show. Listen, we're going to turn the music off right now. That's right, folks. We are turning it off right now because today's content, I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised, but not very shocked that it happened, okay? And it's pretty big, and it's huge because it's in the fake guru space, okay? And two of the biggest fake guru content creators right now kind of had each other's hands at each throat, maybe one versus the other. All right, now ultimately, was it crazy? No, but it's understandable what actually went down. Okay, I personally understand it. Now, here's the thing. I have absolute nothing but the greatest respects for these two content creators that they are and what they've done because they're one of the biggest ones in the fake guru space. I mean, without a bunch of these guys out there, there'd be people who'd be scammed right now. And some of the guys that we would have never thought would be scammers were exposed by these two individuals. So speaking about them today, I have the utmost respect for both of them. All right. And that is Coffeezilla and Spencer Cornelia, right? Dun dun dun. Like who's surprised? Who's like, oh my goodness, Duke, how are they beefing? What the hell is going on? I thought Coffeezilla and Spencer are supposed to be cool. I thought they were supposed to work together in the fight against fake gurus and pill popping weirdos that are out there to corrupt your children. How is it that these two people are now calling each other out, or mainly Coffeezilla calling out Spencer Cornelia, right? Well, it all has to do with this guy named Nour Trades. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Nour Trade was the guy that basically exposed himself trying to, fake it till you make it, essentially, is the best way I can explain it, right? So let me tell you what I mean by this. Nour Trades, okay, it's kind of exactly how it sounds, right? Essentially it's one of those it's one of those I guess you can call it MLM schemes, but it's not really MLM because I mean these guys they straight scam your money, right? And essentially what they do is they have these ultimate trading programs, okay? And I'm talking about like stocks and crypto and some of these stuff, right? They have the ultimate program that if you pay money to get into, oh, Mama Mia, you are going to be making money, okay? And all you have to do is join a group chat. You got to pay money, of course, okay? But when you join the group chat, okay, you'll get access to trades made by guys who are making multi-million dollars every single day doing the same trades you are. All you got to do, sign up for the group chat and then pay for it. Now, if you guys don't remember, these scams used to be all over the place. You could thank Ty Lopez for that bullshit. But this scam was all over the place. Their whole entire job was to trick a bunch of young men online. The fastest way to make money is join up with their little programs. And then as soon as you do that, you'll be on your way to riches. But what often almost always happens is those guys get scammed out of the money because realistically, the only people that can game and win the market are the people who run the market. That's just basically it. All right. All these other guys who are trying to sell you a program that's going to give you easy access to all of these trades, they don't really have, the sauce. Okay. Maybe they'll make a couple of lucky gambles here and there. All right. Enough to convince you that they're really doing something. But ultimately, they're not really doing anything. The big money maker for them is you actually signing up for the program. Yes. Absolutely right. You are the mark. You are not the solution here. And honestly, you got to ask yourself this question. If you're one of these guys, I want to call you stupid, but then again, I was stupid too. I understand. Okay. If you were one of these guys, here's the one thing you got to ask yourself, okay? Because common sense ain't too common no more. But we got to, try to do our best to bring it back. If somebody, okay, knowing how human beings are, we're making millions upon millions of dollars trading, why would they share their secrets with you? I'm just being serious. You don't see top Wall Street brokers out there saying, hey, I'm a verified billionaire. Sign up for this course and then I'll show you how to get rich. You don't see these guys doing it. These guys who are literal market movers, they guard their secrets from each other. Matter of fact, some of them, the secret's so guarded, they have to participate in what's called insider trading in order to get the leg up over somebody else. Okay. So you got to ask yourself this question. If somebody on YouTube, somebody on the internet saying they got the secret sauce to be a millionaire by trading stocks and crypto, you got to ask yourself, why on earth would they share this kind of information with the pleb like me, where Some of the guys who are actually Wall Street tycoons don't even divulge nothing to nobody. They keep their secrets guarded. Okay, so somebody here is lying. I just can't figure out who. And honestly, that's all you got to do. Ask that first question, and you'll be surprised how far down the rabbit hole goes. Because oftentimes, when you get to the bottom of it, you realize the people who sold you that shit, they were all just a bunch of scammers. They didn't have the secret sauce to get rich. They didn't have any of the sauce. Okay, they probably ripped it off of somebody else who probably did the work, but they themselves don't have the secret sauce. Okay, all they have is convincing you to put your money in their wallet. And unfortunately, millions of people fall for it because millions of men are desperate. Instead of getting a normal job, they want to find out how to get rich quick on the internet. And it's ruining our young men in society today. It sucks to talk about it, but it's absolutely true. Fast wealth always leads to slow consequences. Okay. And the one person that ended up calling this guy out was Coffeezilla. Coffeezilla was one of the main ones that went out there and said, "Hey, this guy's a scammer. The emperor has no clothes." And you guys know at the time, Coffeezilla got a lot of hate, including from the Nour trades guy. He was like, "Oh, how dare you, Coffee? How you hating on me? All my trades are legit. They're all legit." Okay. Matter of fact, even in that one video, it's gonna covered in this video too that we're gonna react to, but in that one video, Nour trades got exposed, okay, by the people that was supposed to help prop him up, because fake it till you make it is one of those things that is that has existed. I mean, even some of the people you guys recognize that we talk about here in the space have used that same strategy on other people as well, right? Because if they see you online pretending to be rich, they get the perception that you are rich. So again, why? I never understood this, right? Again, it just never made any sense to me. But shout out to Coffeezilla for exposing that, right? And in that video, this Noir Trades guy, the people that he paid, they basically said, "Yeah, this doesn't seem legit to me. We're gonna take this guy's money for sure. I mean, he's paying us to do this glowing review, but I mean, let's just be real here, dude. This is fake." So they actually called him out in the middle of the video, and Coffeezilla did a spot on that video, basically blowing the whole thing wide open, because then he went deeper into this whole Noir trades nonsense and realized it was a scam. Now, some of you guys will be asking, "Okay, Duke, that's all fine and dandy, but where does Spencer has to work into any of this? How is he now getting beef with Coffeezilla if this is about Coffeezilla calling out a fake trader, right?" No. Well, here's the thing. Coffeezilla also, the reason why he was getting a little frustrated with Noir trades is because Spencer Cornelia actually went out and did a visit physically with Noir trades. Now, you guys got to understand, I love when Spencer Cornelia confronts these bozos out there in person. It just kind of makes sense. However, with Noir trades was a little bit different. It was a little bit interesting because it didn't what needed to be exposed didn't necessarily get exposed, at least not to the same degree as Coffeezilla would have wanted. And most people who were watching and knew this guy was a scammer would have probably wanted. So what ended up happening was practically devious. I mean, this Noir trades guy, fake it till you make it is his middle name. Okay. But what he ended up doing was the fact that Spencer Cornelia visited Noir trades, okay, and went around and didn't really go too hard on the criticisms. Well, essentially, Noir Trades decided to use that as some kind of, legitimate clout. Like, hey, I have been investigated by another fake guru detective, Spencer Cornelia, and I am clean. Listen, he says we're not scammers, right? And all honesty, did Cornelia say Noir Trades isn't a scammer? No, it's just that the reviews that Spencer gave to Noir Trade, didn't really cover a whole lot of things that could have made people aware of this guy's shenanigans, right? So what Noir Trades was able to do was use that visit that Spencer Cornelia did and use that as like basically a shield of protective armor. Now that, because Coffeezilla, you guys gotta understand, is in the middle of calling this kid out, right? It's actually the whole beef is so bad. I mean, this kid is ridiculous if he thinks he's gonna get away with this shit. Like, let's just be real, right? So the reason why it got Coffeezilla so heated, because essentially what Noir Trades was doing after that Spencer Cornelia visit was basically using Spencer Cornelia as a shield to say, hey, Coffeezilla's wrong. This guy came over, visited me in person, and he found nothing wrong. So Spencer I mean, so Coffeezilla is definitely lying. I mean, it's just no. I mean, what's up with that? Matter of fact, I'll even give Coffeezilla $100,000 if it can find my scam. Which honestly, I don't know you, kid. Noir trades, whatever the fuck you are. Why would you put up money for your own ass whooping? You know he's gonna find that information. If this guy would have take down, I wouldn't say he took down FTX, but he was a pretty big player in the Sam Bankman-Friedman bullshit. Okay, you offering him $100,000 to find your scam is easy work. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you to do that shit. Like, what the hell? But speaking of which, here's another thing we got to talk about because we got to be honest since we're on the topic of FTX. Okay. And here's the reason why Spencer Cornelia was kind of getting the backlash a little bit from this situation, right? It's because a lot of people kind of lost trust in Spencer, especially after his coverage of the FTX, right? It was kind of similar to what we're seeing with Nour trades, where it's just like, oh, this isn't too bad, not too great, but it seems legit, right? Same Bankman's free and all that stuff like that. So there was tentative support for that, including people who surrounded Spencer Cornelia. Who's that real estate guy? That short, smarmy guy. He's always he sounds like his name is Greg, but it's not Greg. I'm spacing on his name. You guys know what he is? He's got a pretty big real estate channel, right? Is it Grant? No, it's not Grant. Is it Graham? Something like that. He's got chat. Help me out with this. That real estate guy. Is it Graham Stephan? Is that his name? I think it's Graham Stephan. I may be wrong, but he's a real estate guy, and he was huge with FTX. Everybody was huge on FTX. Everybody thought, hey, this is gonna keep going up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's definitely not a scam. And now, well, Sam Bankman-Friedman is obviously in prison. So, I mean, it was a scam, and millions of people lost billions of dollars. I mean, the guy scammed the shit out of people. But if someone like Coffeezilla was able to call it out, a lot of people were saying, well, Spencer, what the fuck? I mean, we kind of relied on your here, buddy. You kind of let us down, right? Now, here's the thing. It is kind of disappointing for Spencer to, kind of go that route. But again, nevertheless, this is nothing on his character. Clearly, he's trying to do stuff, all right? But again, it's one of those things that people still have in their back pockets because, people don't forget stuff easy, especially if they lose money. And Spencer, you're supposed to be the finance guy. That didn't turn out too well. So it gave Coffeezilla a little bit more legitimacy. Now, what Coffeezilla is saying, hey, listen, this Nour trades guy, how you're trying to use Spencer? You're trying to use Spencer against me, even though I know you're a scammer? What world do you think this is going to work? Or if anything, work out for you, right? So then Coffeezilla goes on this tangent, basically exposing Coffeezilla and the visit that Coffeezilla had with Nour trades, right? Saying it was lackluster, it wasn't hard hitting, it wasn't. Matter of fact, he seemed like he just let the guy get off scot-free, all right? And here's the thing. I kind of agree and I kind of disagree, right? Because Spencer is kind of navigating this, right? Especially this in-person type of content that he's doing. And I absolutely love the fact that he's doing that, right? Because, again, the last in-person thing that we covered here with Spencer Cornelia is when he exposed Mr. Organics. And that was perfect because Mr. Organics never expected, he called him White Boy Spencer, right? He never expected White Boy Spencer to actually pull up on him, right? I mean, that's the thing. And you can see in that video that Spencer had with Mr. Organics. Mr. Organics was spooked. He did not expect the little white boy to pull up to his garage asking questions. And that interview and collab was amazing. It was great. So again, it's not a knock on Spencer's abilities. It's just one of those things that if you are going to go out in person and actually confront those people, like, okay, we got Coffeezilla who's doing it online, but if you're going to take the work legitimately, all right, you just got to be able to have the stones to be ask those hard-hitting questions. We can't be a little bit different. We can't be a little, friendly. I mean, yeah, it's cool to be cordial, right? And I'm not saying you got to go to somebody's house and disrespect them. That's crazy, right? But at the end of the day, you got to make sure as a reporter, as someone who is going out there and making sure these scammers get caught, you are asking the right questions to make sure that your audience are aware. Now, is this meaning that Spencer Cornelia is some kind of scammer? I don't think he's a scammer. I think he's still doing legitimate work. I just think that when he does more in-person stuff, he needs to be a lot more hard-hitting. But you're not going to hear from me. You're going to hear from Coffeezilla. And Spencer Cornelia actually responded, which was hilarious. And his response, which we're going to react to, was basically tantamount to him saying, hey, I'm washing my hands of this. I recuse myself from this investigation. Yo, I shit you not. The moment Coffee calls out Spencer, he's like, hey, I'm recusing myself. All right, I'm not doing this. Hey, listen, Coffee, you got it, bro. I don't want no smoke. Yo, that video was hilarious, but we got to react to it. But before we do, chat, we got to go over the sponsor of today's show, okay? And that is you guys, more specifically, the YouTube like button. Listen, guys, you guys, I appreciate you guys being here. I don't know how much I keep saying this. I know I'm saying this a lot, and it might sound repetitive, but I mean it. Like, I damn near mean it, bro. Like, you guys are amazing. You could be watching any other content right now, which there are billions of content out there you could be watching. But the fact that you're spending tonight with dukendon, that means a lot to me because, again, I don't take this shit for granted. I appreciate you being here. So don't take it for granted either, and do your best to support the show. It's super easy, all right? All you got to do is hit that like button right below the screen here, and that's all you got to do. You have officially sponsored the show. But anyways, your presence being here, shout out to you. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get to this video real freaking quick here because it's about to be crazy. Now, if you guys don't know, Coffeezilla has a new channel, all right? It's called Voidzilla, all right? So if you haven't subscribed to it yet, go ahead and subscribe to that channel because it seems like Coffeezilla's main channel, but it's him being a little bit more relaxed and getting to the point without having to do those, those quick edits and whatnot. You can actually, get a feel for what he's trying to do here. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It seems more personal, less, edited, and, it's great. So if you haven't subscribed to it, there's a lot more content on there that you are possibly missing out right now. Okay. So shout out to Coffeezilla and shout out to the new channel. Let's go ahead and get this video.
Of Spencer Cornelia of all people. This is by someone named Nour Trades, who I called out 3 years ago. He's now released a video thinking that with Coffeezilla, I wouldn't have time to expose him. But little did he know, the void is super petty. We'll cover anything on this channel. Old Coffeezilla, I had too much work to do. Like, I had too many big investigations. Voidzilla, I'll respond. He thought he was going to get away with this. He's not. But let's hear him out.
One of the big parts of the Coffeezilla video that I thought was really interesting, and it made you look really bad, and it definitely looked compelling that you were a fraud, is that you got asked a question about, if you were so successful trading, why would you teach others? And you stumbled on your words, you didn't look good. And so I was wondering, just looking back on it, what's your perspective now?
So this video was originally meant for Spencer's channel. That's why he ended up visiting me in Miami. But after finding out that I was fully legit and what we were about, he decided it wouldn't do too well on his channel. And that's what you could see from this comment on his Instagram.
Do you hear that? So this kid was basically saying, hey, listen, Spencer came out and saw me. He decided, hey, there's nothing wrong here. So it's not even worth, putting it on my channel because nobody's going to see it, right? I mean, come on. Coffeezilla saw it. Coffeezilla's seeing it right now. So apparently somebody did see it. And it's the last person on earth you'd want to see your video, and he saw it. So congratulations, buddy.
Decided not to release it. Videos with legit gurus. Whoa. Bomb on my channel. Now I reached out to Spencer, figure out what was going on. He sent me a response. So we'll play that by the end of the video. But for now, I want to sort of go through this, right? First of all, who is Nour Trades? Well, you can see in this video where 3 years ago, oh man, that was a lifetime ago. I called this guy out because he went on this channel called Loft. He paid $4,000 to get interviewed by this guy Loft.
That's called Podcast Payola, by the way. And I remember this episode that Coffeezilla did. It was absolutely hilarious, bro. Yo, Willie Handy79, shout out to you for being a member. Welcome to the dukendon family. That means a lot to me. Chat, can we do a round of a W in the chat for Willie, please? All right. Willie's a new member. Let's go ahead and make sure Willie is welcome here. All right. So shout out to you, Willie. I appreciate you. Welcome to the family.
And he ends up getting made fun of in the interview.
Y'all remember this one?
Basically, he's asked, if you're trading, why do you have to sell a course if you're so rich? He says that he's this multi-millionaire trader, and he doesn't have a good answer to that. And the big things I want to emphasize is that Nour Trades has been caught stealing ideas from other gurus. His story makes no sense. His whole thing is, I went from $20,000 to like millions of dollars in, I think, 6 months. I mean, ridiculous.
But again, it's these rag to riches story that gets a lot of these young men involved in these scams. It's just the rags to riches. We got to wake up from this, people. We hear this all the time, right? Oh, I used to be broke, just like you, until I bought this course that made me rich. So go ahead and buy this course so you can make me rich. I mean, so you can make yourself rich. I mean, it's a game, bro. I can't believe these people online haven't figured it out yet. This is what we try to warn you against when we're talking about Manosphere, Red Pill, because it's the same strategy, just different environment.
when he's like 18 years old. In fact, here's where he says this: 18-year-old turns 20,000 into $2 million in 6 months. And basically, that Loft interview was basically a puff piece, but it accidentally made him look bad. That was what the whole video was about. It was very funny. And then we covered the allegations that not only is all these day traders, all these 19-year-old day traders, they're all faking it. But not only that, this guy even got caught stealing signals from another person.
Wow.
He went into this guy's Discord chat when he was supposedly already this established trader, and he basically copied the trades, which is obviously something you wouldn't do if you were fully legit.
Right.
But now with that context out of the way of what my video said, let's see what this video is all about.
My entry is going to be about 420.20, guys. I'm in these. A little early, but I like the weakness. Oh, there it goes. Wow. Oh my God. Very nice.
So I guess this is supposed to be some live trading of Nour. Let's get to the actual interview part because Spencer's going to show up. Let's see what he says.
Florida. This guy got exposed by Coffeezilla a couple years ago, and I'm just going to show up and ask him some questions. I don't know much about him, but there's always two sides of the story, and I want to hear his side. I think this will be interesting.
I think it's going to be interesting too. Are you going to ask him some hard questions, Spencer? That's the question.
You're going to enjoy this one.
Yo,
here we go, everyone.
He's not...
I think I have a few good questions to ask. We'll see how he answers them. We'll see if he's telling me the truth.
Okay, I'm a little so number one, I'm a little bit skeptical of guys being like, I'll see if he's telling the truth if you're not going to press him. So the big thing we're looking for is, does Spencer press this guy, or does he just take all what he says to be true? Just
Coffeezilla is not he's not holding his punches right now. You could tell he's kind of frustrated with Spencer because he definitely already watched the video. He definitely already watched the video, and he knows for a fact Spencer's not going to ask him those hard-hitting questions. We're just going to be real because we about to watch the video too, so spoiler alert. But that's essentially what's going to happen here because Coffeezilla is letting you know it's going to happen here. But I just find it interesting because, like, you could tell Coffeezilla is, it's funny, but you can tell it means a lot because he probably expected more out of Spencer. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that because these two are one of the biggest fake guru expose channels out there. Okay, maybe Spencer a little bit more on the finance side, but Coffeezilla, man, he really gets his work done. But yeah, you could tell he's pissed.
Off rep.
What's up, man? Thanks so much for having me, dude.
Of course.
Spencer.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, let's go on inside. So where are we at right now?
A house in Miami where I flew out 5 random students to just, transform their lives, have fun, and just see how my daily life goes.
All right, man, I'm out here because Coffeezilla, a good friend of mine, made a video about you a couple years ago. And so I'm wondering, what was your first reaction to that video?
I mean, as soon as I saw it, it was just the title just pulled me into it. I was a little confused of where he was going with that. So
it's pretty clear where I was going with it, Nour. I think you're a fraud. I think you're a fake guru.
I ended up taking a quick watch of that. I looked at it and just said, it's just another one of those videos. And then I let it go. And then I looked at it maybe like 2 months later and it had like over 1 million views.
What do you think the response was? Did you have students that were upset, or did you see like a loss of business at all from it?
Students weren't upset because they knew who I was as a trader. But as far as loss of business, it actually multiplied my business. It actually probably 10x my business.
This is the biggest cope they all say, but I'm always happy when they say it because I think, okay, you can't sue me now.
What a dumbass!
Damages. So if I 10x your business, which I never believe, it's like, okay, well, now you can't come after me. So we're gonna bit by bit pick apart Nour's case with Spencer. I've already watched this. It's a pretty favorable interview where basically the conclusion is Nour trades is legit. So we're gonna talk about all of that. Let's get more into this video. Already, though, the coping is real. In fact, the reason he puts my name in the little title is because he wants to rank with my video about him. So you already know it's a cope.
Bro, Andrew Tate does this. This is an Andrew Tate strategy. I hope you guys understand this, right? Because he would do stuff like this to get his name ranked amongst other videos that would try to get him or make him look kind of weird. What's his face? Sus Marquardt definitely does this a lot. He goes as far as to even steal my thumbnails. So if you guys are researching Sus Marquardt, his videos will come up right next to my videos, even though he's ripping either the title or my thumbnails directly from my videos, okay? And then these are the same people that say, Duke, who the fuck is that? I don't know that person. Like, who's going on? Like, let me steal his thumbnail real quick so nobody watches this video. I mean, come on. Like, again, this is a total pill popping strategy right here. And we know for a fact this dude lost money. Are you kidding me? If Coffeezilla calls you a fraud, I'm sorry, but anybody who joins up after he exposes you as being a fraud, they deserve to lose their money. And this is why I'm telling y'all, like, some of these red pill poppers or some of these gurus that want to make it rich so fast, stop feeling sorry for them. Okay, I'm sorry, but you can't feel sorry for these people because, again, there's so many chances to save them or for them to save themselves, but yet they choose to be fooled. And then when they get scammed, they expect us to feel sorry for it. You were complicit the whole time. Like, how is it now you don't have any responsibility in the scam you perpetuated? I mean, come on. I mean, you didn't perpetuate it, but you still participated in it. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, come on.
Because that's like literally why this video was made. Spencer Cornelia exposes Nour trades Coffeezilla. He wants that to rank when you look up Nour trades Coffeezilla.
Because of that.
That's fascinating. Yeah, and so I think from the outside, being under the assumption that day traders don't make money, I've always thought most of them were frauds online. And so I was wondering, like, what type of proof did you have, or that you could show him that maybe you actually turned 20K into 2 million or whatever?
So he never took the time to actually look into any proof. He just wanted the views for his channel. But if you go to my channel, I live record my logins, and I'm actually one of the only traders that do that. I only know one other trader that does that. No screenshots, no screen recordings, literally from the phone to the screen showing me live logging in from the login button.
Yeah, I've seen these. He actually doesn't live stream it. He records himself and then posts that to YouTube. I think he does this on Instagram as well, but he always hides the account. He always hides what's going on. And by the way, all of this stuff is fakeable. The whole thing, guys, you have to understand. You have to ask, does it make sense that a day trader would be giving away their strategy if they were making tons of money? Does it make sense that an 18-year-old made $2 million from $20,000 and then decides to sell a course when he's 18 years old? What does he know? In fact, Nour Trade says his whole origin story is he was an intern on Wall Street, which you'll hear about, and then goes and flips. So that's 16. By 18, he's made $2 million trading. I don't think so.
But they're idiots that will buy this shit. And I don't get it, bro, because, again, listen, this is to save all of you guys' lives and potentially losing tens of thousands of dollars on one of these internet scams, okay? If somebody's coming to you, because I know, like, this crypto shit, it was, man, the people are still doing the crypto nonsense right now, where they sign up into little groups similar to Nour Trades, and then whatever leaflets or emails they send out, notifications to buy, then they buy, and they don't realize that these poor fools are losing tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, you got to ask yourself this question: if you see an advertisement online saying, "Hey, I doubled my money from 20,000 to 2 million," okay, and I got the secrets gonna pass on to you. All you got to do is pay $3.99 for this course. Okay, ask yourself this simple question. If Wall Street billionaire traders, all right, or even the employees that work on their systems, right, don't divulge information to the average people, not even to other people who are multi-billion-dollar traders on Wall Street, they don't share information like that unless they're insider trading, okay? If those guys aren't willing to share information to the public, what makes you think this kid who went from 20,000 to 2 million, what makes you think he's legit when he's out here saying, I want to share all my secrets with you? Does that really make any sense to you? I mean, just be honest. I mean, first of all, let's move aside the fact that he's saying he did this all by the age of 18. But does this make any sense to you? I know some of you kids out there, I call you kids because maybe you haven't reached the age of 25 yet, okay? Because your frontal cortex have not fully developed. But again, this is a scam. All right, you guys need to start asking yourselves these questions. Otherwise, eventually, people are gonna start feeling sorry for y'all losing this money because it's all out there. The evidence you need is out there that these guys are scamming you. Yet you still choose to invest your money, even though the story doesn't make any sense. How? Like, how, Sway? That don't make no sense to me. Make it make sense, okay? You can't be 18 years old and then, what is it? He already had an internship at Wall Street? Come on, dog. I mean, come on, bro. Like, again, it's the same fake it till you make it nonsense. And Coffee's absolutely right. You can easily write software to fake all this stuff. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Matter of fact, even some of these screenshots, you can manipulate your what do you call it? You can manipulate your screen to make it look like you have tens of thousands of dollars in your bank account or trading account, right? So again, Spencer had a unique opportunity while he was there, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but Google or some of these other web platforms, right? You can actually edit the code within the platform, right? The HTML, you can edit that, right? So I can make YouTube title say whatever it needs to say. Now, of course, it's not going to be permanent because it's not part of their situation. But it's one of those things that if I want to make someone believe I have something, I can easily just code it on the back end here, right? It's super easy. You inspect element, you go ahead and find it, all right, and you start editing the HTML. It's that easy. So when he's saying people can fake shit like this, he's not lying. Again, when he says I live stream my trades, okay, how about this? Pull out your phone, pull up your statements right now, right? In front of Spencer, and then just prove to all of us that it's true. Why are we looking at pre-recorded videos?
I'm calling BS on that. So this whole proof, he says, is just him logging into an account where you can't even see the account number, and then it just saying he has money in it, which he could have gotten from the students who pay him $300,000 a month for this garbage.
That's absolutely
and then going into my documents and showing my P&L for the year.
One of the big parts of the Coffeezilla video that I thought was really interesting, and it made you look really bad, and it definitely looked compelling that you were a fraud, is that you got asked a question about, if you were so successful trading, why would you teach others? And you stumbled on your words, you didn't look good. And so I was wondering, just looking back on it, what's your perspective
You
now?
can't even answer.
So there's two things with that. One of them is, with that interview, you watched the Coffeezilla version. You didn't watch the actual interview where I actually didn't stumble. The second thing is...
What? Wait a minute. What? Wait, time out. They only asked you that question once, okay? And you stumbled once. So I don't know what the difference between Coffeezilla's version of the video, where clearly we all saw it and you were stumbling, versus the original version of the video where we can all go see it and you were still stumbling. This is cope. This is pretty bad cope, bro. Yo, Be Too Cool with the $20 super chat. Let's go ahead and get a dub with Be Too Cool. Yo, Be Too Cool, shout out to you. Where have you been, my dude? Like, where have you been, Be Too Cool? Hope everything's good with you. Says, yo, what's up, my brother Duke? What's up with you? He's like, you stay cooking these fools with that logic. Let's fucking go. Get the likes up, chat. Yo, chat, for sure. Let's get a W to chat for Be Too Cool. But you're absolutely right. It's a simple question to ask, okay? If you, and it's a reason why he stumbled on this question, because again, a lot of scammers like him, they can't answer that question. They can't answer it. Why? Because it's a logical question that you can't, because it doesn't make any sense to, unless you're like some kind of altruistic wannabe Jesus type, where it's like, I'm gonna give away everything to everyone, okay? Call me Prometheus, okay? I'm gonna steal fire from the gods and give it to man, okay? I'm gonna give the secrets of trading to man. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, especially knowing that trading, okay, especially day trading, in order to win, someone that day has to lose. That's how stocks work in general, okay? If somebody gains something, chances are somebody else lost money, okay? It's just how that works. So it doesn't make any sense why a competitive industry like that, right, would just freely give out all these information. It just doesn't make any sense. If somebody was smart and they asked the right questions, they can avoid a whole world of hurt. A whole world of hurt. That anyone could have seen FTX coming. All right. Anyone could have seen FTX and said, yeah, look at the circumstances surrounding that. You got this genius supposedly over here. You got all these other people with zero experience, and yet you got billions of dollars behind them. You see, even rich, successful people who invest in these clowns, they're not the smartest people in the world. Okay, so it's easy to be fooled by charismatic bozos like this. That's so you guys have to be careful, because they're all over the place. And as time gets desperate, you'll see more of these charlatans online trying to convince you that you don't need your money. No, give it to them. They can multiply it for you. It's a lie. All right, times are tough. You need to take care of your kids, take care of your household, stop investing in these get-rich-quick schemes. It's only going to hurt you.
Between every...
No. You did stumble. In fact, it was so funny that the guy you paid $4,000 to puts it at the beginning of the video because you look idiotic.
That's crazy.
Hold on. So he's saying that I edited him. To be clear, this is what I watched. This is Loft's video.
It's the
This
same.
guy is a
video.
scammer. He only came to this interview to advertise his scam. Do not join his Discord.
By the way, how pissed would you be if you paid $4,000 and they start the video by calling you a scammer and making you look stupid?
Yo.
I would be furious.
This guy makes money off people, not off stocks.
I actually just posted.
What's your response to that?
I mean, people. So look,
When's market open?
So that was his edit. He made you look bad, okay? Don't blame it on me. Anyway, I just had to say that because this guy multiple times implies that I just wanted views. I just wanted clicks. I just didn't do my homework. So wait a second. That
Coffeezilla. That's the excuse they all use. Okay, it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. That's the excuse all of them use. All right. Oh, they're just cloud chasing. That's why they're coming after us. No, it's again. This shit is gonna start getting old, and I can't wait for the day people start waking up to this bullshit that every time you guys just label something as clout chasing, it isn't actually clout chasing. It's just people who are concerned calling you out because you are actually hurting people. All right, this guy, I don't know. The only difference between the last shot and this shot is he grew a beard and now he's more veteran in his scamming ways. Okay, again, you guys got to understand this stuff. And I'm being real with y'all. All right, as much as I clown these scammers, it just sucks to see that they're grown men that fall for this shit every single day, and all they have to do is tell you a little sob story, and you think that you can be that. Okay, just listen to the actual story they're telling. Don't even compare it to your life or where you currently are. All right, because that gets you emotionally hooked on it. Okay, don't objectively listen to what they're fucking saying and ask yourself, does this make sense? All right, and you know what I do. Y'all already know what I do in the chat. All right, when things don't add up, I start subtracting. I'll start with the story. I'll start with his age. I will start the supposed amount of money he said he made. I will start working backwards until I find the answer I'm supposed to have. Okay, that this doesn't make any sense. But again, every day there are millions of men that fall victim to this, and then we wonder what's happening to all of our young men and why they're committing suicide in such a massive rate. Look at it.
That wasn't me. But anyway, let's continue.
Every interview and podcast, people who get interviewed know that they have to let you know the questions beforehand, or they have to ask you at the end of the video whether those questions are okay or not with you to be posted. And I've approved those questions, and I even came up with a couple of those questions with them.
We're out here with the
Okay, that's another part I wanted to talk about real quick. So Nour Trade says, you know, if I had looked bad, why would I approve these questions? I had to approve these questions because I paid for this. I found this surprising, and I didn't believe it for a second. So I asked Loft, I emailed Loft, and I said, hey, is it true that basically he approved all these questions? Everything was like this scripted interview. And to my surprise, let me give credit where credit is due. Andrew Hales came back. I think that is true for the most part. I didn't ask him anything he wasn't okay with, and he approved the final draft before I uploaded, which I think is super sketchy. He paid $4K to do the interview, and I was pretty desperate, lol, even though I knew I'd lose some respect from my audience. He might have had some questions ready for me, but I can't remember. I'm not opposed to that kind of thing if it helps the interview be more successful. Anyways, I was kind of like, wow. Actually, I was shocked that Loft conducts his interviews that way. I mean, thanks for fact checking that. And I guess that part is true, which makes me more confused because why would you approve a podcast that made you look that bad?
Because he's a clout chaser. I mean, that's the only way you can explain it, bro. Buddy was so. I mean, think about it. You spent 4 bands on it. You spent $4,000, and to that 18-year-old kid at the time, that was probably a lot of money. So yeah, he's gonna use that absolutely to get whatever clout he can, even though it was a completely bad interview. Okay, so again, he exposed himself, but people still don't. It just shows you how much people are asleep nowadays. Okay, even the scammer can literally tell you that they're scamming you, and people will still buy their products. I just don't understand this phenomenon.
Like that starts with calling you a scammer. And you not having a good response for that off rip. So I was pretty surprised by that, but that checks out. And it made me wonder, guys, have I gotten it all wrong? Is he about to own me in this interview? Does he have the facts on his side? Let's find out.
A lot of your students, they traded for like 30 minutes too, and I talked to a couple of them. They made pretty good money in 30 minutes.
I don't even remember what I just said.
Hold on, we need context for this. Did he just say, I watched your students trade for 30 minutes and then just stop?
And I even came up with a couple of those questions with him.
Hold on.
We're out here with a lot of your students. They've traded for like 30 minutes too, and I talked to
Wait, did Nour trade? You just watched him for 30 minutes?
a couple of them. They made pretty good money in 30 minutes.
I don't even remember what I just said.
You just made 1,100. Are you going to keep trading for the day?
No.
So you only traded for about, I mean, we're probably 10 minutes into the trading for the day. You're already done?
Yep. Just
And
like
why
that.
What? What? Wait, what?
No.
So you only traded for about, I mean, we're probably 10 minutes into the trading for the day. You're already done?
Yep. Just
And
like
why
that.
Why so short? It seems like you'd be trading all day. You
Yeah, why so short? If you're making so much money, why stop your trading? If you could just print money, if you have a money printing strategy, why trade for 30 minutes a day? Why not trade for a whole day and then you have enough money for like a month or a year? That's really sketchy. So they invite over Spencer and they trade for like 5 minutes. Like, oops, I'm in profit, bro. Check it out. I'm in profit. And then, okay, what does he say? I want to know what he says.
only trade for a short amount of time.
So yeah, I mean, I only trade on average maybe 30 minutes to an hour, as long as my level is there. But sometimes it just takes a couple hours for my level to develop.
And what are these guys doing in the back? Is this the trading boot camp? Is part of the trading boot camp that you all take off your shirts and go into the backyard and lift?
My audience is going to see this and go, we still don't believe in a day trader or a stock trader. And the fact that you're making a lot of money brings up red flags to a lot of people. So I was wondering what you could share with my audience about how you can assess if someone is real or fake.
By the way, it's a classic mistake to ask a fake guru how to assess a fake guru.
That's again, yeah. that's like asking a bank robber, "Hey, who stole my money?" It's like, yo, that doesn't make any sense, bro. And again, this is where a lot of people were frustrated with Spencer. And honestly, as big as a supportive I am of Spencer, this is kind of an L, bro. Because you gotta look at it. Clearly he's not being honest. And I don't know what the conversation was behind the scenes before it got to this point, but Spencer, come on, dog. Come on. Clearly this guy, there ain't nothing legitimate about him. So asking him to your audience, which I think probably has a lot more knowledgeable information regarding other things when it comes to trading than this guy over here. It just doesn't, I would see, if I was your fan, okay, and I saw this video, I would see it as an insult to everything that you've taught your audience up until this point, right? Like, why ask a scammer what lessons we should take from him? That don't add up. I mean, it don't even make sense, really. Just being real, like, it's crazy.
What do you think? They're going to describe themselves? Like, don't trust people in yellow shirts. No, they're going to be like, okay, here we go. All successful traders, they trade for 30 minutes a day. They find their level.
So, I mean, if you can't assess through me, you assess through the people around me. So I flew out 5 random students just to transform their lives.
What the fuck is this? What is this? What is happening, bro? Wait a minute. So y'all work out together too? So this ain't just about trading, huh? I'm sorry, bro. If I spent the amount of money to fly out to whatever you're at to learn how to make millions of dollars from you, and you got me doing workouts shirtless with all these other dudes out here, I'm sorry, bro. That's money well wasted, bro. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know for a fact these in-person boot camps that these guys sell are probably ridiculously expensive. I'm just saying, dude, he probably is charging these guys 5 bands a pop. 5 bands a pop just to be here. And honestly, I'm disappointed. Okay, not at the scenario. I mean, it is something to be disappointed at, but there's a brother sitting right here, a young black brother right here. All right, and I'm just utterly disappointed because, again, out of anyone that should be skeptical about this mess, it should be our brothers out here. But this is what I say. Again, chat, when I'm out here exposing a lot of these fake content creators, these fake gurus, okay, the reason why I'm doing this is because our black boys are falling victim to this. It's enough that our situation is where it is right now with black men. All right, it's even worse when we see black men who are actually knowledgeable enough and want to make a change for their financial lives, but then end up getting suckered into scams like this. It just sucks. All right, and then that shit gets frustrating to watch the shit unfold. But yeah, all these guys, I mean, what the fuck are you guys doing? why y'all out here? Better go watch the market, my boy. Money's fleeing fast.
Is this Gold's Gym or is it a trading boot camp? I would be furious if this guy flew me out to teach me to trade stocks, and we all traded for 5 minutes, and they're like, all right, great, let's hit the gym. Oh my gosh.
What? It was fucking stupid. It's like, yo, listen, bro, I paid for a trading boot camp, not a gym membership, okay? Like, why were y'all out here working out? And look at Spencer. Bro, if I was Spencer, that'd be the first question I'm asking. Like, what's happening out here? Y'all looking mighty sus right now. All you motherfuckers. Wait, I gotta take off my shirt too? Why I gotta take off my shirt? What you mean? I gotta be part of this? You better be careful for y'all got a hot tub session. All right, where all the dudes go skinny dipping in the hot tub talking about. Yo, this is just sus to me. This is sus activities, okay? It don't make any sense. But you know what it makes sense for? Sus Marquardt, okay? This right here sounds like the perfect venue for Sus Marquardt.
But ass.
Hey, how much I want to bet he'd love that boot camp, bro? Hey, listen, he can't tell you how to code a cryptocurrency from the command line, but he can send you a boot camp where you can get your booty torn up. Look at this shit.
What is going on?
Financially, spiritually, mentally. And you could see from his account in the morning, full screen, you could see how much he made this morning. And it's just cool to see people around me make money rather than me, because I can tell you all day how much I make. I can live log in. People will still deny it. But then when you see someone that's 20 years old or someone that's 21 make money, that's a whole different story.
When you were on Fresh and Fit podcast.
To be clear, so far.
What? He was on Fresh and Fit? Why am I not surprised? I mean, again, Fresh and Fit is the platform that platforms all scammers, okay? And again, why am I not surprised? Anybody else surprised that this clown made it on Fresh and Fit? And I'm guessing Fresh and Fit didn't call him out either, right? Why am I not surprised, right? The birds of a feather flock together, baby. Why am I not surprised? Y'all shouldn't be surprised either, right? And here's the one criticism I have with these pill-popping tarts. I tell you guys all the time, they surround themselves with degenerates and scammers, okay? How in good faith can you call these guys good people and they're saving men's lives and they platform scammers in front of you? Matter of fact, they platform the king of scammers, the guy who kicked this whole thing off, Ty Lopez. No one called him out. Everyone thought he was some kind of genius or whatever the fuck it was on that platform. Not realizing, listen, bro, if you had the opportunity to talk to Ty Lopez right now, my first question is, what the hell were you thinking doing these scams that basically scammed a bunch of young men out of millions of dollars? What the fuck were you thinking? That's the question I'm asking. But, Fresh and Fit, they're not doing that. They're just, oh, my God, it's Ty Lopez. Oh, geez, he's a high-value man, and anything to help further our agenda, that is what it is. Chat, I'm telling you right now, the real bad guys aren't the people telling you that they're doing something bad. It's usually the people telling you that, no, there's nothing to see here. Those other people, all right, they're the ones who are just hating and clout chasing. We're actually here to help you. That's what I'm telling y'all. Watch their actions. That's it. Just watch their actions. I'm not surprised Fresh and Fit was on there or he was on there with them. That's crazy.
As I understand it, we've gotten 10 minutes of trading proof. The proof is Spencer Cornelia showed up. They have this gang of guys. They all trade for 5 minutes and they go, see? We're 100% legit. Well, why did you trade longer? Bro, I just got to hit my level, bro. I just got to hit my level.
You got to get the
This is wild.
Gym workout.
And we're going to get into the accusations in a second because the accusations, the big ones, haven't been answered at all so far. But hopefully Spencer's going to bring that up.
As you mentioned something about being a trader on Wall Street.
Correct.
What firm? I know some people might ask, like, what firm or what company did you work for?
So this is at the age of 16. I was on Wall Street. The place that I worked at was...
Bro, you look like you were on a field trip. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all look like y'all on a field trip. Okay? It's like we on a field trip to Wall Street for our high school guys. All right? Does he actually look like someone who works as an intern or an assistant? It seems like a part of a field trip group.
PMF.
Got it.
It was in the Trump building.
Yeah, because his video was really compelling, and I didn't know much about you. That's why I'm out here. And so you apparently have been trading for many years, and you've been profitable for how many of those?
Oh, by the way, this whole idea of I don't want to let this point go. The whole idea of I interned at Wall Street when I was 16. I don't know if that's true, for one, but it doesn't mean anything. I interned with like this chemistry professor when I was in high school. I had this weird job where I did that. I wouldn't call myself a chemist. I wouldn't a year later be like, I discovered the secret of synthesizing methamphetamine. No, I wouldn't do that. That's so silly. So I actually found an article where it says he was just doing clerical work on Wall Street. This is from his own Instagram. It says he was doing mostly clerical work. So he went from that, he did some clerical work, to making $2 million 2 years later.
Yo, chat. Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, really, bro. You're a cleric. You weren't even doing anything remotely close to trades. And this is how it's so easy for people to get fooled. It's so easy for people to get fooled. A couple photos here and a bullshit stop story attached to it. And believe it or not, people are going to buy into your shit. It's crazy, bro. Like, you were a cleric. You had nothing to do with the trades. Yet here he is years later getting a bunch of idiots in his house where he's going to teach them how to make millions of dollars. Oh, I think we're lost. I think our boys they're truly lost, man. I don't think we're going to get them back for a long time. We need men to step up, and we ain't got men out here. I'm being real. Y'all can pretend y'all men. We don't have them out here right now because a man, a father, or somebody would have spotted this kid's bullshit.
I don't think so. I mean, what did you do? Start with 3 million first? How did you do it?
Out of what?
Since you started.
It's been 7 years. I've been profitable since the beginning.
Bullshit.
Also, huge red flag.
Bullshit.
The idea of I've just always been profitable. Everybody knows there's a million studies out there. Most day traders, over 90% lose money. It's glorified gambling for a lot of these people. And so when you hear someone saying, like, I have a system and I want to sell it to you, they're going to defraud you. It's all this big scam of trying to teach you. If they had something real to teach, they would keep it for themselves if it really made them this kind of money. It's the most obvious grift in the world.
Right. I actually was talking with I was talking with a buddy about this on how, like, you can actually scam for like 6 months to a year, maybe max, like on social media. If you're a real fraud, you can probably make $1 million or $2 million. But at some point that I found, you're going to get found out. You're going to have a lot of students that are upset. Students are going to...
Spencer, this was supposed to be that day. At some point, no, this is the point. He was supposed to get exposed live and in person. Yo, Spencer, this is kind of where you fucked up, bro. Because you're saying everyone, hey, at some point they're gonna get exposed, right? It was supposed to be this moment right here, right? Expose them. I mean, Coffeezilla did the initial legwork. Now you be the closer. You come in and close everything, kind of like what you do in real estate, right? This could have been your moment, bro. And I see where Coffee is coming from here.
Send me. By the way, no student has come to me with like, "Hey, this guy's a fraud. I've lost money with him." That's why I'm.
What does this mean? And what are you talking about? He goes, "You can only grift for so long on social media, otherwise you're gonna get found out, bro." He was found out in my video. Literally, we showed how he's stealing other Signal groups chats and then just puts him in his little tip line, his little Discord Signal group. So I don't know what you mean. You would get found. He has been found out. And I don't know if you would have been sent something by his students, because have you made a video previously about him? I mean, what are you talking about? Like, is this not the first video you've done? Maybe I'm confused about this, but I don't think saying nobody's personally reached out to me. So what? I don't understand the logic.
Coffeezilla's not pulling punches, dog. He said found out. He was already exposed. What you mean, Spencer? Well, he exposed himself. Yo, hey, Coffee's not pulling punches, but he's making a point, though. All right, he's making a point.
I'm out here with you because if someone was a fraud, I'd probably been like, "Hey, man, what's the deal here?" But no one has. But if you were scamming, I think at some point a lot of people would have come to me and be like, "Hey, man, you got to make a video on this guy."
Yeah, I love that question, because when people talk online about other traders, I just tell them just wait a year, and I tell them let's see where they are in a year, because I've been here, like I said, for 7+ years. I've
making $300,000 a month with your little group. Okay,
seen hundreds of people come and then go. So all you have to do is wait a year or two and they're gone.
Do you think a year is a pretty good timeline for if someone's a fraud that you'll know within a year?
I would say a year or two. Like Zach Morris took about 2 years.
In the Coffeezilla video, there was a clip that he used from Loft where it didn't You didn't really look good. And he seemed to stumble you a little bit. He asked, if you're so good at trading, why do you sell a course or sell a Discord? And at the moment, you kind of stumbled over your words. It didn't make you look good. I also saw that as it's possible that maybe you just didn't have a good answer at the moment. So I was wondering if, I don't know, what do you think was a good answer to that?
So the big problem with that is you only watched the Love interview.
So I think Spencer's being so overly charitable to this guy.
I don't know why.
In that interview, he was a 19-year-old millionaire selling a course. It doesn't take a genius to kind of figure out what's going on with this guy's story. He says he's going to say that, like, I edited the Loft video, which I already showed you I didn't. But now I want to go to the part of the interview where this guy just starts blatantly lying again, and address that. And my problem with this whole interview with Spencer is he just doesn't push back hardly at all to any of this guy's claims.
He's got a point.
And so he lets the guy get away with a lot of nonsense under the guise of, I'm here to expose him. But the research hasn't really been done to expose him, because you're falling for these basic lines that aren't true and are provably not true. Here's that right now.
A big part of Coffeezilla video was talking about the sales page that you had of my story of turning a little money into a lot of money.
Yes.
Is that no longer active?
I never had that funnel page. I did have a funnel page, but that wasn't it. So.
Oh, really? Interesting. This is the big lie in this video, among other things. As I said, the sales page I'm talking about is right here. This is the funnel we talked about in the video. This guy's claiming that this never existed, or at least he didn't create it.
Coffeezilla was getting that information from other places.
So that wasn't a funnel into the Discord at the time?
That wasn't my actual website. My website is stockhours.com. He was on a whole separate, because people were making fake Instagram accounts about me back then.
That wasn't your sales page?
No.
What?
Okay. Spencer, you got to call him out.
Spencer, yo, what? That's such an obvious lie. That's like Andrew Tate saying, hey, my website wasn't me. It didn't exist. I don't know. I don't have a website. I don't know what you're talking about. Even though it's corbertate.com, there's videos of him admitting it. It's corbertate.com. But as soon as the freaking, the indictment drops, what website? What are you talking about? That wasn't my website. I don't know what y'all talking about. I mean, what the effing... Yo, come on, dog. Yo, Spencer. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, at first, I was kind of like, maybe Coffeezilla was a little too harsh, but the more I think about it, yo, you, bro, this was such an easy layup. He clearly is lying to your face, bro, and the disrespect to you, Spencer, just to sit there right now and lie straight to your face. I mean, I wouldn't take it personally, bro, but that's just me. Shout out to you. Isaiah Treats, shout out to you for the 2, says, got a long question about tech space. Can I call in? Today's not a call-in show, but shoot me an email if it's pressing. Otherwise, the next time we do a call-in show, keep that question in mind, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, not this show, but the next time. I know my call-in shows are a little rare, but I'm working to do more. It's just time and whatnot. But yeah, when I do the next one, call in with it. If not, just email me and have your YouTube name on there so I know it's you. Then I'll respond right away. More D with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you. Says some traders offer advice that helps sell at the top while their followers are buying at that time. Do you remember the pump and dump era of 2021? Yeah. The Tulip Mania 2.0. Yeah. Oh, bro, it was bad. And it's still bad. I think it's still happening. I just think that it's starting to die down because a lot more people are getting, especially that after that big, massive crash with the crypto, right? All these altcoins starting to go bad and everything. It was just bad. And all these scammers got exposed, right? Even Sus Marquardt got exposed trying to, chime in on that hype when it was going on. He tried to scam his own audience, and he ended up doing that for $2,000. What a joke. But yeah, I think that era is starting to die off, but you still get these straggling scammers that are trying to capitalize as much as they can. But yeah, it's weird. Yo, Tony Praying Mantis, shout out to you. Tony says, can you react to Coach Red Pill debates Hotep Jesus? He says, did they debate? Did they debate? I didn't know they debated. I didn't know Coach Red Pill and Hotep debated. It says they were talking about reparations for African Americans. Do you believe they deserve it? Yes, absolutely. And we can go into a long. I know a lot of people, especially some of my conservative audience, y'all gonna be like, dude, come on, we talked about this. No reparations. I'm sorry, bro, but that's just how I feel. It is what it is, y'all. Hey, listen, get mad at me all you want. I still think black people deserve it. But yeah, I have to check it out. Send an email to me. I still got that other video you sent to me. It's still in queue, bro, but there's like a lot of videos. But yeah, send me to me, and then we'll go from there. Unpurpose, shout out to you for the 2. He says Jubilee platform Ty Lopez. They did? When? Why would Jubilee platform Ty Lopez? That don't even make any sense. Like, why would they? What? Why? What does he have to offer? He's washed up now. There's nobody else he can scam. Everybody's moving on to the next grift, which is the red pill. I don't understand. What is Jubilee thinking?
Not on this, bud. He's going, oh, it's a fake page. Coffeezilla got it wrong. It's not really my page. Fake Instagram pages. We'll get into that. But look at this. There's no pushback. There's nobody reached out to me, asked me where I got that. They're just saying this.
Oh, that's news to me.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that was the center point of the video.
Yeah.
So that was not your page?
No.
It was.
Oh,
That page.
Bro, look at
I
how
actually
awkward-
tried to go on that page and it wasn't there. So I'm not sure if he made that either he got that information from someone or he edited that and put that in the video.
Yo, Spencer, come on now. Spencer, you got to be smart about this. This is an obvious layup here.
Oh, hey guys, I invented it. Maybe I invented that page, that web page, which is claiming that he did this thing and made this money. I'm going to show you where it is, but just look at Spencer's face while he's being told this. I mean, look at his face. There's no pushback. It's just, oh, okay, I guess that's a fact now. I'm bothered by this. Because I feel like, dude, at least ask me about it.
Page?
No.
Oh.
Look at
That page is. I actually tried to go on that page and it wasn't there. So I'm not sure if he made that
Yo, look at Coffee pacing in the background, dog. You can tell he's pissed. And honestly, why wouldn't he, dog? Like, it's kind of like the feeling of betrayal a little bit, right? Because you got this scammer who is basically calling Coffeezilla a liar, saying that Coffeezilla may have faked the evidence against him on that video. Here's Spencer. Spencer, Coffee is supposed to be your friend, and you just sitting here like, with this look on your face, letting him get away with that. I listen, if I was Coffee, I'd be pacing around watching this shit like, yo, what the fuck? This did not just happen right now. And I'm watching this. Yo, Spencer, he's got a point, dog.
Either he got that information from someone or he edited that and put that in the video. I'm not sure what went there, but I tried to go on the website myself and I couldn't find it.
Oh, that threw me off.
Yeah.
I thought it was your sales page.
No.
I thought you had a whole funnel.
I wish that moment was to reach out to text me and say, hey, where'd you get this from? None of that. And that wasn't the center point of the video.
Wait, you got Coffeezilla's number to text him? Yeah, oh, this is bad. Yo, Spencer, this is bad. Because listen, I'd have just called up Coffee right then and there. Like, yo, Coffee, my man, what's going on, bro? So I'm sitting here with this Nour guy. Remember him? Yeah. Yeah, go figure. So he's saying, you won't believe what he's saying, but it's very interesting what he's saying. He's saying that you faked the evidence to all of the, documents you put up on your video. What do you have to say to that? He's right here. That's easy. Easy work. I just can't believe Spencer let him get away with this.
Either. But I'm going to show you where it's from. This is the funnel page that I talked about, and it's from nourtrades.com/page. You can see from the archive, this is back in July 7th, 2019. It says 19-year-old Nour Ada turns 20K into $2 million in 1 year. And then when you go to his website, look at what he said. In 2018, he said, check it out at nourtrades.com. This is the verified Nour Trades account. Now the website goes to stockhours.llc.com. But at the time, it went to nourtrades.com. And there it is in black and white, this sales page that he says I made up, that I invented, that never existed.
Crazy.
I just can't believe this guy so blatantly lied about something that he knew was on a website of his.
That wasn't a funnel into the Discord at the time?
That wasn't my actual website. My website is stockhours.com. He was on a whole separate because people were making fake Instagram accounts about me back then.
That wasn't.
It wasn't no fake Instagram account. But look, that wasn't even my main point, though. I mean, I'm surprised. Both of them seem to not be addressing the elephant in the room, which the main point of the entire video is how he stole. It's the climax of the story, which is that Nour Trades, this 19-year-old millionaire, 18-year-old millionaire, whatever you want to call him, was caught stealing someone else's signals. In fact, you can find that here at this Instagram page that showed it. Basically, Nour Ada In 2019, now remember, this is during the time he says he's already a millionaire, got caught taking a guy's course. He went by Stock Hunter, and this guy's website essentially gave out stock tips.
Crazy.
So what this guy decided to do, he decided to put watermarks in his stock like screenshots, stock tip screenshots, and he found out that Nour was just stealing his screenshots and posting them to his own chat. So this website exposes it all. And not only that, Nour Trades also got caught in his terms of conditions of his website. He accidentally, like when he copied the terms and conditions from this guy's page, Stock Hunter Trading, and he accidentally left in, I don't know if you can see it, Stock Hunter Trading here reserves the right to update and change the terms and conditions. So he just stole this guy's whole thing. And it wasn't from some professional account either. You might think Stock Hunter Trading was some respected member of the Wall Street gang, but this is Stock Hunter Trading right here. On that website.
Oh my God, dog. Is that a bra? What is, yo, oh my goodness, bro. Our men are lost, chat. Our men are so freaking lost, bro. What in the fuck is this? Why, bro? I'm sorry, dog. If somebody was saying, hey, we got a guy who's got trading advice, got all the experience, and I look at his photo, he's holding up a bra, wearing sunglasses when it's clearly night out. Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I know for a fact, if I give this guy any kind of money whatsoever, I'm not seeing it back. I mean, how could we be so dumb? Look at this. This is such a clear scam. Oh, my goodness, dog.
This is who Nour Trades is stealing his ideas from after the time period where he supposedly was an expert trader, right? He's already selling a course. He's an expert at the time when he's stealing advice from this guy. None of this is in the video that Spencer shot that ultimately didn't end up on his channel, that ended up on Nour Trades' channel. Now, of course, I wanted to ask Spencer about this and understand more of where he came from. I think he told me that, I think he asked that question actually about the stealing the signals, and I don't think it made it into the cut. I think Nour Trades might have edited it out. I don't know. But let's finish this video real quick and get to Spencer's response.
Got it. Okay. It's very easy to sit in your studio and make videos about others when you don't know their full story. And so I've done that for a couple years now. And I'm just trying a new style of actually going to talk to people in person, hearing their story. What you don't see with these videos, I know I get a lot of criticism for these, is that you don't see that I hang with them all day. I ask for all the proof. I'm not going to sit here and show you his phone. I'm showing all the statements he shows with me. And so when I make these videos, I go and hang with them. I want to hear the full story, which I...
Hey, just an idea here. If what you're saying is behind the scenes, he's showing you all this proof, maybe you should show us that part. Why show us the students like lifting weights? You know, that doesn't tell us anything. Show us the screenshots of the proof. What is this? I don't think this is a very effective way to prove whether somebody is a fake guru or not, is to go to them and go, hey, what's a fake guru? And then go to them and be like, hey, are you legit? And go to them and say, let me watch you trade for 10 minutes. I don't think it's that effective of a way, especially if the core inconsistencies that have been pointed out in the past are never answered or lied about. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and get this response from Spencer. I reached out to him and I said the following. I said, did you film that Nour Trades video? I want to know if like he's the filmer, Nour Trades filmed it. Why didn't you release it? And do you think he's legit? Here's what he said.
I filmed it last summer because I had wanted to make a hard pivot into more long form content. I thought it would be really interesting to sit down with people who had exposed videos made on them just to hear their perspective. Why didn't you release it? I realized pretty quickly that my audience didn't care for this kind of content, and I released a couple videos and decided not to release his. There was one element that had me a little worried, which is he claims to own and live in this mansion in LA. I did not find any proof that he owned it. He was going to send me the deed, to which he never did. That could be miscommunication. I don't know.
Yo, come on, Spencer. No. The moment he didn't send you the receipts or the deed to the house, I'm dropping another video. Damn right. Matter of fact, we got another one on Queen Riches. Hey, yo, where's the smoke, bro? All right, listen, the moment I don't get the deed to the house, we making another video. I don't care. We got to let the audience know what's going on, right? You have a duty to them. You already dropped the main video where you visited them. Time to drop the aftermath. All right. Hey, listen, I reached out to the dude. He was supposed to send me the deed. He didn't send me the deed. So all you guys out there watching right now, I don't think his house was legit because I don't have evidence of it. But we don't. Instead, now he's using your name as some form of legitimacy because you didn't call him out. I mean, that's essentially what's happening right now.
No, but upon further research, it didn't seem that he owned it. That had me a little hesitant because if he was willing to lie about that fact, which doesn't really have any effect on his brand of day trading, I was a little concerned that there could be other things he was lying about. The question, do you think he's legit? I think he's legit based on everything I saw. I saw accounts. I saw his students who were making money. They claimed they were with him for a couple of years. They showed their accounts.
No.
They preached about how successful he was as a trader and in turn made them as successful as a trader. My buddy who was with me was looking for my blind spots, and we didn't find anything to indicate he wasn't legit as a trader.
Yo, Spencer, I found like 20 blind spots. you should have brought me up there with you. Matter of fact, next time, let's do it. I'll pull up with you. No matter what, we'll make sure those questions get asked because, I mean, from what I watched and just from the look on Coffee's face right now, brother, you and your buddy were not prepared for this one. I'm just being real with you. And I actually love Spencer's content, okay? But I got to be honest with you guys. I don't think this was the best of Spencer. Now, do I think he should stop doing this? No. I just think that he should learn and move forward. But no. Bro, your friend wasn't checking your blind spot, bro, because he was blind himself.
Here.
You've got to be more skeptical of these people. So yeah, that's his explanation. Basically, the only like catch he found him in was that like he didn't own the LA mansion or whatever, Miami, whatever it was, that place he was staying. Which I'm not surprised Spencer found that part out because I think he's like that real estate is kind of his thing. I think I would argue though that that's the reason that if you're not like really into stock trading or you haven't seen day traders before and you haven't talked about a lot of day traders, you're not necessarily going to be able to find out what makes them legit or not. Anyway, I think the idea of a 20-year-old day trader millionaire is absurd on its face. And when they're selling a course, it's not absurd. It's just, you know what they're doing. They're faking it so they can sell a course. So I mean,
Coffee's on point. Coffee's on point because it's such an obvious thing to catch too as well. I mean, come on. All of a sudden, the 18-year-old's got $20 million. I mean, this is where people, and this is where it gets dangerous, all right? Because especially with AI coming in right now, it's getting harder and harder to figure out what's real and what's not. All right, if we can't separate the real from the fake now, our boys are in trouble down the line. It's going to get even harder, all right? And more people are going to get scammed. You got to use common sense with this. Now, let's get the almost says common sense skeptics. Let's get to Spencer Cornelia's response to this because that wasn't the response video. Matter of fact, after this video dropped with Coffeezilla pretty much laying out the law here, all right, Spencer Cornelia did feel the pressure and he actually responded. And I thought this was a hilarious response, not for the response itself, just for just how he did it. Because you could tell Spencer just didn't want none of what Coffeezilla had. He's like, listen, all right, Coffee, you were right. I didn't conduct this properly. I'm going to officially recuse myself from this investigation. Let's go ahead and take a look, chat.
Current situation, I want to state that I have never been paid by any of the subjects of my videos, nor will I ever be. I have made some mistakes, but I do want to make it clear that I understand its importance. Right now, there's a video getting a lot of views talking about a situation that I was involved in. And so let's discuss it. A couple years ago, Coffeezilla made a video on a kid named Nour trades. I think this was 2021. And I went out and hung out with him. And a video was released on his channel of us hanging out and me not exposing him and not being confrontational as I probably should have. And so it's a horrible look because I think a lot of people interpreted that as me promoting him. I very much appreciate Coffeezilla's video.
It wasn't just a lot of people. The guy you interviewed was basically using that to promote and say that you gave him the stamp of approval. So now, I mean, it's crazy, but it's also kind of scary too as well because Spencer, a lot of people trust you out there, all right? And again, this is nothing against you, but the fact that he's able to use your name as a seal on approval on his scam just basically made more young men fall victim into it. And if we're being honest, we got to be honest all the way here. All right. Some people probably saw that and say, well, if Spencer gave him the nod, maybe Coffeezilla was just hating. How about that? Right. And then let's move from there. And it's just not good either way you look at it. But I do appreciate this effort, though. This is a good effort.
It was a chance to see some constructive feedback. I mean, obviously 800,000 views is tough that you get the feedback in such a public manner. However, he was right in everything he said. And it's a chance for me to improve my content, and I actually really appreciate. And so a couple of the criticisms that he had was unprepared, like a lack of preparation, and that I didn't do any type of like pushback on the subject, that the interview styles, these in-person interviews, are not my thing, and that they're just not a good video type for my channel. Filming in public is really, really hard, especially when you're face-to-face with the subjects. For the longest time, most of my videos have been in studio, and so that's a skill set that I've built up. I don't really have the skill set built up for in person. It is something that I think would be important, and it is something that I'd love to gain the skill on. However, I don't have that skill today. I have a new respect for journalists and reporters that can go in person and ask confrontational questions, because it is a skill set that you need to build up, and one that I do not have today. Going into the interview, I had what I thought were tough questions to ask. However, that was not the case. I thought I asked some tough questions up front. However, I didn't push back that well. And throughout the interview or throughout the day, I think those questions got less confrontational, or certainly not as much pushback as I should have provided. And that was unacceptable. This video was filmed in July 2023, 8 months ago. Was in a much different place. My channel, I felt like, was getting stale. And so I was ready to try something new. Something I've had to do as a creator a lot. Back in 2020, I was making videos on favorite musicians going broke, why your favorite athletes go broke, record label contracts. I was making a broad diversity of videos, and then I did fake gurus and lawsuits and fraud stories. And as a creator, you have to do that over time in order to stay relevant, or in order to make your content feel fresh, and in some cases, grow as a creator. Coffeezilla's critique is really accurate, and I actually decided to not film these videos anymore. Again, this was a video filmed 8 months ago, and right away I could tell that I wasn't really good at this. I had only done a couple, and the audience didn't really care, and I just didn't think it was the right video to make. And so therefore, pretty quickly, I decided to not make those videos. Now here we are 8 months later, and this whole thing is bubbling up. So I'm in a little different position, but I totally agree with what he said. I think his critiques were accurate, and I think it further solidifies my decision to not make that type of content anymore. My initial intention.
Stop. I don't even agree with that. I don't agree with your assessment of Coffeezilla. I don't agree with any of that. Matter of fact, one of the main things, I don't even think you should stop doing in-person content, Spencer. I think you are good at it. I just think that there's something preventing you when you get there to be able to really just deliver the hammer like you're doing on the internet, right? I think again, you're right. It is a skill that needs to be learned. It is something that you got to work on, but should you stop doing it because of, this thing? No, not necessarily. I think you do have a gift to do stuff like this. I think it's important that you keep doing stuff like this, because that Mr. Organic one, when you came out there, again, these are people who they never would expect something like that, right? They would have never thought, oh my God, this guy who's exposing me online is actually here in my face asking questions, right? They would have never expected that. Listen, you already have the reputation for doing what you do. So it's already, by definition, you're already good, all right? But the thing is, what you're doing right now, it's great, but it just needs to tweak and work. So does that mean after Coffeezilla's criticisms, you should just quit and not do that style of content anymore? No, there's just a little hiccup, but now you have more of an idea in your mind of how to move forward next time you want to expose one of these guys. Maybe it shouldn't be as light of a question. Listen, bro, you already got the guts when you're out here exposing them online and asking the right questions. There's nothing wrong with that. You're doing the good work there. Now all you have to do is just bring the hammer when you're there in person. Just you got the balls. Now you just have to close it. That's all you got to do. All right. And it's not saying that you should quit after this, because that's quitter talk. I mean, that's weird. You're not a quitter, Spencer. This is quitter talk right now. I don't want to hear this shit. All right. Don't quit because of, the criticism and whatnot. I think you should use this as some kind of tool to be able to figure out how you can be better. I would say even if you have to rewatch that video and figure out, okay, where did I go wrong, and what can I do to make sure to have ask more of impactful questions or meaningful questions later down the road. But I don't think you should, I don't think that's what even Coffeezilla is saying at this point, that you should just quit doing these in-person videos. I don't think that's what Coffeezilla means, and I don't think that you should do, and I don't even think that's what your audience want you to do, right? I think your audience are gonna fuck with you no matter what. I think it's just that when you're doing this stuff in person, I think it's one of those things where you just have to bring that hammer. Again, you gotta bring that hammer, and all you gotta do is just I don't know. Maybe Spencer's different offline where it is online, because it's easy for me to say it, right? Because with me, what you see is what you get. There's no ifs, ands, or what's about it. I'm the same way online. I'm the same way offline. I have no chill whatsoever. I'm the same dude, right? So it's a little bit different for me, and some of these other guys were able to do it. But I think that if you just work on it, just be who you are online, I think you'll be fine. But I don't think you should quit, dude. Like you got a lot of stuff going for you. I think you should keep going. I don't think you should take this as a license to quit. And that's all I gotta say about that piece. I don't agree with your take on it. I don't agree with Coffeezilla's take on it. I don't think that's what Coffeezilla was trying to say. But I do think you just gotta, just bring the balls next time. That's it. Just bring the balls. Otherwise, you're already halfway there, my boy. That's it.
Were to show up and have an interesting conversation that I thought would have hard-hitting questions. Now, I certainly didn't fulfill that promise. However, I showed up in hopes to get a really interesting video with someone who had an exposed video made about them. I was interested just to hang out with the kid, see if he was legitimate, and just report on what I saw. So I showed up on the day of the filming, and the whole time I was communicating with his manager, I think the guy who handles his Discord. And so Nour actually didn't know who I was when I showed up. Maybe he wasn't prompted on what was going to happen that day, but I showed up and just started filming. Admittedly, I wasn't as prepared as I should have been for questions. However, I just kind of wanted to film the day, ask him some questions, and see what he was about. That day, they had a lot of students in town. These were apparently randomly selected students. He'd been doing that all month in Miami. And I brought a buddy with me, a buddy who is a lot savvier than I am and has a lot better filter for BS and seeing things that, I have blind spots, I'll admit. He sees through those blind spots. And so I was confident bringing him, that between both of us, maybe we could catch if any.
Yo, Spencer, is your friend blind too? Like what? I don't know what the fuck? I don't know what blind spots you're talking about, but your friend couldn't catch it, dog. I'm just being real with you.
I think if we were fooled in person or anything, he would be kind of a backup for me. And we chatted with a lot of the students. Students gave us their experience, which was multiple years of success as a trader. Now, these were not millionaires. These were people making, I don't want to give you a specific number, maybe like $50 a day, $100 a day. Maybe someone was averaging $500 a day. Whatever it was a decent amount.
Yeah, but Spencer, students can lie. Okay? Students can lie all the freaking time. Matter of fact, look at Andrew Tate's students. They lie all the time. You buy this course, you'll make 6 figures within a month. All right, or not 6 figures. What is it? $10,000 a month, right? You got all these Tate-tards going around there preaching to the choir. Hey, you signed up for us. With us, you start making money. Look how much money I made. Come to find out, most of those guys were either selling the affiliate programs underneath, or they were just straight up lying. Okay, because they were still feeling that whole, that feel good nonsense where you join a cult. Maybe y'all might not know the feeling because some of y'all are not in cults, but if you would join a cult, or one of those motivational speaking seminars, right? And you go in like a Tony Robbins seminar and everybody's so excited, everybody's like clapping their hands. You're like, oh my God, he's speaking the good word. Like it's almost like a goddamn church scene over here, a Baptist church scene, right? Where y'all hear everybody's screaming, they're clapping, oh Tony, save us, Tony, right? And then what you got to understand is in that moment, right, when everybody's feeling good and got the morale's all high and everyone's, thinking that they can accomplish and take on the world, that is just what it is. It's just a feeling, right? Because the moment you walk out those doors, you're going to feel something different. The feeling's going to die, right? And then you're going to need more motivation. So you're going to go buy more Tony Robbins seminars, right? Again, you got to understand, just because people are all in one room and they're telling you all these things about how great it is, it could just be bullshit. Okay, you can easily find that out. What you got to trust is your instincts. Okay, look at the story and look at his bullshit explanations. Come on, you know Coffeezilla as well as anybody else. When that bozo uttered out of his mouth that Coffeezilla lied and made up fake evidence to put on the website to, do it as an exposed video, you know how much due diligence you do, Spencer, for your videos. And then you also know, maybe you don't, but I'm sure you have an idea of how much due diligence Coffeezilla puts into his videos. So for you to sit there and let that punk get away with that lie, saying that Coffeezilla made it up and put it on there, come on, where was your friend then? Where was your bullshit detector then, right? And again, you can't, you got to look at the stuff as a whole, and you got to be honest about this. Fuck your friend and whatever bullshit detector he's gotten. Clearly, he wasn't any good. He couldn't spot this bullshit from a mile away, and I'd be wary about his senses moving forward in the future, because it's like, bro, you're supposed to be my backup here. You couldn't spot this shit. All right, now I'm taking the heat because you couldn't spot it. Get rid of his ass. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, right? Get him out of here, right? But again, I'm just saying, you gotta be more critical about this and trust your instincts. His story didn't make any sense. I'd have started asking questions if you weren't sure. Oh, at 16, you were affiliated with Wall Street. Oh, okay. What did you do there, right? I mean, we saw online he was doing clerical work, but we didn't hear from his own mouth. For all we know, he could have been implying multiple other things. Okay, and this is why you have to ask the question, Spencer, because a lot more people are watching. But your friend did you dirty, bro, because he clearly is an idiot. He had no idea what the fuck is going on. If average guys like me and people in the chat, right, can see this guy is on some bullshit, Spencer, come on now. Come on, Spencer. This is an easy layup.
It was enough for them to leave the previous job that they were at. They had success with trading. They learned a lot from Nour. And I saw Nour live trade. I saw him actually trading. I saw the Discord light up. My buddy was there watching when I was kind of filming here and there. He was there analyzing what was going on. And so we saw a lot of live trading. We saw accounts. We saw people claim their experience was really good. We saw a lot of people in the Discord who were showing up every day. And so we interpreted it as he was legitimate. One thing that I realized was a major flaw with what I was doing is I probably should have brought an expert with me. I think that would have been the most.
What the fuck was the point of bringing your friend? What? Yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, you probably should have brought him to begin with. I'm just being real.
Appropriate and most professional way to handle a video of this type, and something that I will look forward to doing in the future. I think that is the best way to handle this because I'm certainly not an expert in everything. Day trading is something I know very little about. And so I think it was probably a little unprofessional of me to not show up and at least have someone there to have a better eye on what was going on. Because I think that the essence of this video is the kid a legit day trader or not? And if I'm not the right person to evaluate that, then that's probably not the best video to make. Because I was unprepared, I seemed to really drop the ball on something that I think is important, which is there are accusations that he was copying or stealing trading signals. From my point of view, we watched him live trade, and so I thought that mitigated that. However, I should have been much better prepared to ask hard-hitting questions in regards to the copying or stealing trade signals, because if that's the case, then here is a huge expose story. I had an initial question for the website and funnels. However, I did not have good follow-up questions, and I think I look pretty bad. When he claimed that the website wasn't his or something, I clearly did not have a good follow-up, and I think you see that. Or as
yeah, we all saw it, bro.
What was going
bad.
on? So
it was bad.
My lack of preparedness meant that I did not have a good follow-up question to that accusation that I think is important as well. I think most importantly, and where I dropped the ball the worst, is just pressing someone for more evidence. This is something that is clearly a flaw of mine and something that I can improve on if I choose to ever do a video of similar magnitude like this again. I admittedly am not that comfortable with discomfort, especially face-to-face. And this is one of the challenges with going and doing face-to-face, and something that I look forward to. I love challenges because that's some way to grow. And I think with every challenge, there's anything that's hard, there's massive opportunity. Unfortunately, I massively dropped the ball here. I should have pressed him more for evidence. And this goes back to, I know which video you're referring to when I only saw one statement on the phone. There's a video that has 1 million views. I know some of you watched. And that's something that I massively lacked. And that is a major, major, major fail on my behalf. Pressing for more documents, pressing for more statements. And this goes back to having an expert there with you. An expert would be able to validate any type of statements provided if they were photoshopped or faked or falsified or in any manner, something that I might not even have an eye for. And so that is probably the worst dropping the ball moment of all this. Why I didn't release the video. When upon my return to Las Vegas, I shared with some of my creator friends the situation. And I mentioned that there was an LA mansion that he claimed to own on social media, which to this day, I still don't believe he owns. I did press him in person for it. He did claim he had a deed available for me, and I trusted that he would share it with me. Now, he hasn't shared it with me to this day.
You're not getting that deed, bro.
House. And what made me really uncomfortable is if someone is willing to lie to my face about owning a property. He's a day trader, and so owning real estate to me is kind of irrelevant. And so someone claiming to own real estate that they don't own, that was a red flag, something that made me nervous. I had not felt really any differently about him. However, it was something that made me nervous enough and not 100% conclusive that I should release the video. After talking to my friends, we all agreed that it was probably best to not release the video. That was a big reason, though. That little thing had me really concerned. And so I decided to not release the video, hence why we filmed in July. I held the footage for a long time and decided ultimately not to release it on my channel. I don't promote day trading, and I certainly don't endorse Nour trades. The intentions of the video were not meant to endorse him in any way or to serve as an advertisement or to leverage my credibility to sell to my audience in any way. I know from the viewer's perspective, that's how it appeared. And so that's certainly on my behalf. I should have done a much better job of thinking this all the way through to when the video gets released. I'm staying out of this from here on. I think this is a battle between Coffeezilla and Nour Trades. I think Coffeezilla is continuing to investigate him. However, I will no longer be involved.
Not letting up.
I have seen that Nour Trades on his channel did offer a challenge to Coffeezilla to continue investigating and will offer him significant sum of money if he's able to find any fraud. I'm really excited to see how Coffeezilla continues to investigate and to see if he finds anything, because this is another chance for me to learn. I think he's outstanding at investigation, and it's something that I can obviously improve on. And so I'm excited to see what happens next. At the end of the day, I'm incredibly privileged to be a YouTuber. I'm aware of my privileged position. Unfortunately, these last 2 days are a headache, and it's never fun to feel like you have a lot of people who don't like you and leaving negative comments online. I'm logging into my channel and we've got a lot of positive comments, but then of course there's some very ugly comments towards me. So these days are never fun. However, it comes with the territory. This is an opportunity for me to improve as a content creator, which has me excited because I can see this channel lasting a long time. And so this is a minor speed bump. And I think moving forward, if I can continue getting better, then I think the only trending direction is up. Despite the negativity, I do think that my audience is really intelligent, skeptics, but most importantly, you guys hold me to a very high standard, as you should. I think at the end of the day, if I'm continuing to grow as a content creator, that means more stories that can get out there, more eyeballs and audience and attention on scams and frauds and victims so that they can get retribution for the wrongs that were made against them. And so I thank you again for pushing me and making me a better content creator. Thank you.
This is how you take accountability, guys. I like this. He was accountable, had, owned up to his faults and, said, hey, I clearly I'm not the man for this job. Coffeezilla, you can take it over. I agree with that, right? He's taking accountability. This is what accountability looks like. But again, does that mean that Spencer should quit doing in-persons? No. You heard what he said earlier, being uncomfortable in person, or, in an uncomfortable situation is something that he needs to work on. And that's not a lot of things that average dudes out there can do, where they can just go out there and be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's tough, right? But I think that the more you work on it, Spencer, I think that the better for you, all right? Especially, I think that's something that's going to add to your channel and its growth later down in the future. If you keep doing content like this, you just gotta deliver the camera. You already have the balls to show up. I keep saying this all the time, right? Because again, pulling up on somebody is the hardest thing to do, because anyone that has to pull up, some of those guys would be scared to, right? They'd be scared to show up. They'd be scared to, go to some place and challenge someone. If you're already at their doorstep, you're already halfway there. All you got to do is just finish the work, bring the balls, and then make sure the question's being asked. Well, what's the worst they can do? Close the door in your face, kick you out of their fake house that they don't even own. Who cares, right? At the end of the day, you got the story, and the most importantly, you got the truth to your audience. That's all that matters. Now, again, I don't think you should stop doing that style of content. I think it's hilarious. Just do what you did with Mr. Organics, right? When they underestimate you, show up and then prove them wrong. You got this, bro. I mean, good things for your content coming down the pipeline. But what he did say about Nour Trades responding is true, right? The guy responded. Now, Coffeezilla asked in the last video, what kind of dumbass would approve an interview that made him look bad? I will tell you this. The same dumbass that would go on an interview with Coffeezilla and then offer him $100,000 to prove he's a scammer, knowing fully well this dude's probably going to get exposed, right? Oh, you don't believe me, chat? Okay, let's play this video real quick.
Yeah, happy for you to publish this whole thing. And yeah, look,
before we start, can I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, I won't cut you off, and I would expect the same for myself. It's cool.
Yeah, some people like to filibuster, but yeah, as long as you're not, going on forever, yeah, that's totally fine.
What's a filibuster? Like, just continue to talk?
Yeah. That's like a strategy for, just kind of
No.
Watch him totally filibuster once the questions start.
I don't need that type of
and they
stuff.
make like 50 points, and you can't debunk them all because they've made 50 by the time. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, minor
Go ahead.
percent. But anyways, all right, cool. So before we start, I do have one condition before I answer any of your questions, right? So right here.
No.
Right here.
The reason I wanted to get you on the
like
call.
I said,
hold
if
on,
you
hold on.
talk over me, I'm not gonna do this.
Yo,
I'll just hang up here.
You come to the call. You come,
bro.
To the,
It seems like he's setting this up. This kid right here. He's a scammer through and through. He's setting all that up. First of all, I want to make sure you don't interrupt me. All right. And then on top of that, before we even start this interview, I got a couple demands. So he's already trying to set it up in his favor. And Coffee's like, hey, oh, wait. No. Okay. Sound like all this sounds familiar. I've seen this before. It's not my first rodeo show, buddy. And all of a sudden now he's saying, oh, well, see, you see, look, I'm trying to have an honest conversation here, but Coffeezilla just keeps interrupting me. He can't control his emotions. Like, this is, again, same tactics. The same tactics these people use, bro. You guys have seen it all in the pill popping space. You've seen this shit. They use the same tactics. Why are you interrupting me? Why are you doing this? Meanwhile, they're setting up the scenario for this so they can win. It's cringe as fuck, but you guys got to be observant to it because it happens all the time. Okay, I told you these guys who watch these people, okay, they don't watch arguments and listen to the actual arguments being made. They watch the arguments and watch body languages to see who's winning based off of that, right? So him coming in, oh, cool, calm, collective, and, try to say, hey, don't interrupt me, right? It's a dog whistle to his fans, because then the moment Coffeezilla is doing what Coffeezilla is doing right now, all of a sudden his audience are going to say, well, oh my goodness, Coffeezilla is just emotional. That's what Coffeezilla, he's so emotional. Why is Coffeezilla interrupting? Bruh, this is textbook. Yo, Chaos with the 5, shout out to you, Chaos. I appreciate you. Where have you been, Chaos? Where have you been? I haven't seen you in the chat for a minute. Shout out to KS. KS says some of the students can claim success of a program, maybe straw buyers. These people prey on desperation of people. Facts. And you could tell. I mean, this guy, he doesn't look like someone who has actual experience in day trading. I'm being real with y'all, bro. He still look like he lives with his mom. He should be living with his mom instead of scamming young men. Or maybe he should be with his father. Maybe his father talk some sense into him. I don't know.
So before we start, I do have one condition before I answer any of your questions, right? So right here.
No.
Right here.
The reason I wanted to get you on this
like
call.
I said,
hold
if
on.
you talk over me, I'm not going to do this. I'll just hang up here.
You come to the call. You come to the call and you say, "I have a condition." We
Yeah,
started this thing with you going like this goofy 100K bet, and look, all I asked you is you asked me for some basic
So you're
questions.
cutting me off again. This is what you like to do.
Wow.
All you do is cut people off, bro.
What do you mean it's what he likes to do? This is the first conversation he's having with you. So why are you strawmanning Coffeezilla? See, I told you this is what you like to do, Coffeezilla. You always talk over people, never let anyone talk. It's like, bro, this is the first time y'all are talking. What makes you? What do you mean? This is what I used to do. You don't even know me, bro. Like, again, I told y'all this is a tactic. You could even see it. Look, he knows what he's doing. I told you this was a tactic. This isn't to get the truth. He's dog whistling to his fans right now because now his fans are programmed to think, oh, well, look at Coffeezilla's just interrupting. So, I mean, Coffeezilla must be a liar. I mean, like Nour said he was, because, I mean, why would he interrupt this guy? Come on.
Well, you're making
I can sit here and do this with you, or we can just not do this at all. It doesn't matter to me.
Would you like?
Just another
what
video
condition would you like to put on the conversation?
So you had a case with Logan Paul, right, for the scam that he did with the coin. So I drafted up a contract, right, and it's the $100,000 bet. And that $100,000 will go to the Logan Paul victims that you guys debunked as a group, which was 100% official. And it'll go towards every victim, whether it's $100 each to each person, $1,000. I don't know how many victims got scammed in that case. And if you lose, you just have to make an apology on all your social media accounts. Now, the one thing you did say.
Come here, kid. Come here, dog. What the fuck do you think that is? You think we're stupid? I mean, do I got a fucking rat tattooed on my forehead? Do you honestly think we're dumb, right? You don't think we know what you're doing, right? Again, maybe your freaking audience members might be stupid because, oh my God, he's offering up 100K. I mean, come on, that's pretty big money. And if he was wrong, come in, Coffeezilla, that's easy money, right? What? Man, that's crazy. Bro, you think we're stupid? Oh yeah, if you prove me that I'm a scammer, I'll donate $100,000 to Logan Paul's victims. Bro, we're not stupid. This is a big deflection game. Okay, first things first, you're not gonna pay because you've already been exposed. If you could prove you're a scammer, we already exposed you. It's already there. You exposed yourself on your own fake it till you make it interview. So that's easy dub right there. But you making this announcement, you're not doing this for the people who actually want the truth. You're doing it for your scamming audience or your audience who have been scammed, right? Because all of a sudden, offering that amount of money and wrapping it up in a challenge to Coffeezilla to prove that you're a scammer, knowing fully well you're probably not going to deliver any information to help him out. He's still going to figure it out. So don't even get comfortable, okay? He still will figure out you're a scammer. But again, you're throwing all this stuff out there to get people to look the other way. That's what this is. We weren't born yesterday, my boy. We know exactly what you're doing. Maybe your dumbass audience probably couldn't figure that shit out, all right? But we're not stupid over here. We know exactly what this is. This is a dog whistle moment.
What if I have to sue you after? It's going to cost me $50K. In the contract, it'll state that I'll pay for any of the legal troubles if you had to go that far where I didn't pay you.
So I want to say up front, Nour and I actually talked about this in DMs already. I think
it's all there.
To that. I explained why that I thought this was a bad idea. I said, look, I think first of all, I'm not going to fly out to you. Second of all, people have made bets before with me. They have said, I've had a guy, Paradox Crypto. He said, if my coin doesn't 10x in so and such a time, I am going to change my name to Coffeezilla. Right? Did he change his name to Coffeezilla? No, he did not.
It's not his first rodeo. Coffeezilla's already been through this. I'm sure even him trying to when he actually exposed Sam Bankman-Friedman, all right? I'm pretty sure that dude offered him some money or something like that, all right? But that's how Coffeezilla is. He's not gonna get bribed by your money or anything like that, because that's essentially what this is. You're trying to bribe him, bro. It's not gonna work. But yeah, he's already seen this shtick before, dog. It's not gonna work. That's why he's telling you it's not a good idea.
Am I bothered by this? Ultimately, no, because look, I have a few questions for you. But
it's a contract to your lawyers, though. It'll be signed by your lawyer.
I don't have this big squad of lawyers. I feel like you're trying to
pay for your
get
lawyer.
out of just answering some basic questions about.
I don't know why you're dodging this though. Why can't you just take it?
But I'm not dodging anything.
I'll pay for your lawyer. If you need to find a lawyer wherever you're at, just send me the total and I'll send it to you.
No.
You're making it hard on.
Bro, he's filibustering right now. The same thing Coffeezilla said he shouldn't do. He said he wasn't going to do it. He's doing it right now. This whole bet was a setup from the get-go.
And what I'm trying to say, how am I making it hard on myself?
Because I'm offering everything.
You're not even answering my basic questions.
I just said I'll answer all your questions.
The problem with bets like this is that it's ambiguous. Who won? Oh, did I catch you in a lie? I've caught you in several lies already. Are you going to cop to that? No, you're not. So it's like it's this unfortunate thing where you're going to say I never caught you in a lie.
It's literally with your lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a talk. I'm not saying here, shake my hand. This isn't a shake my hand.
For the last time.
So is that a no?
You and I aren't going to agree on what constitutes a lie because I've already caught you in a lie, and you're like, for example, you saying.
I'm asking you. I get where you're going with this. You're saying over and over again. Is that a no?
Nour, I told you in DMs before we started this call. This is why I feel like it's a bit disingenuous because I told you in DMs we're not going to do an 100K bet. You asked me to. I said no. Here's why.
But
I gave you all these reasons already. And you're bringing it up as if it's new.
There's no risk for you. You're not betting $100,000 back.
But that's not the whole point of this interview, dog. We just want to know if you're scamming or not. Who cares about 100? See, this is what's wrong with you guys. You guys think money is everything to everybody. No one really cares. Okay, I won't say no one, but like there's certain people out there, money is not the top of their list. Some men just can't be bought. All right, I know you guys are used to people on the internet doing whatever they want for money, or even some of these Hollywood people doing whatever they want for money, or whatever they can for money. But there's some people out there who cannot be bought, and Coffeezilla is one of them. All right, if he wanted to take $100,000, he could probably did it offline during the messages. But the fact that he even let us know that you already discussed that behind the scenes lets you know his character. He's being honest. So you coming out here reiterating something you guys previously discussed behind the scenes and trying to make this as a reason for, Coffeezilla looking a certain way, it's kind of cheap, bro. Honestly, we can see exactly what you're trying to do. This is, bro, kid, this is wild. He still looks like those Snapchat filters, where you could get a beard filtered on your face. Don't he like he got a filter on right now? His face looks way too young for that facial hair, bro. It just doesn't work. Because I thought facial hair was supposed to make you look older. I don't get it. How do you look like a kid wearing a fake beard? That's like this. He's not ready. He's not ready for this, chat. He needs to, go back and work on something else, dog. Go do something else, bro. You're not ready for this, kid.
It's not like you have to put up 100,000.
No. It's not about the 100,000. It's that you will never pay. And we will never agree on what constitutes me.
This is the problem I have for you.
Because if you let the conversation,
you're uneducated. If there is a contract,
what the fuck? What the fuck? Spencer, this is the problem I have with you. You're so uneducated. Chat, who honestly believes that? Who honestly believe, bro, this guy, come on, dude, the gaslighting is crazy. You didn't call Spencer uneducated, him, of all people. Wasn't he a chemist? Wasn't he a chemist or a chemist? I forgot what his major was in college, Coffeezilla was. But I almost guarantee he's got more brains than you, pal. I mean, you paid $4,000 for a fake it till you make it interview, and you still got exposed. I don't think Coffee's a dumbass for being the one to point it out. I'm just saying.
If there is a contract between both of us, you're uneducated right now. You're doing this on purpose. Wow. You're not actually uneducated. You're speaking uneducated.
The projection is crazy, chat.
Contract. Your lawyer looks over it, protects you from everything. My lawyer's writing it. Your lawyer goes over it. How can I not pay for it?
Because, Nour, you said... What did you say? What if I catch you in a lie in that video? Is it just the things you said in that video? Is it a lie about your origin story? Is it a lie about
write whatever you want in that contract? I'll write it down. It's in your terms.
Nour, if it's in my terms, I've already caught you in a lie. I don't know what you want me to say.
I think this kid is uneducated.
Can we just get to the interview? Because we're kind of like going back and forth. And this is what I was afraid of.
What I'm not understanding is why can't you leave that room? I can come to you. We can meet up in a public place. It doesn't matter where.
He's not Spencer Cornelia. He ain't doing that. Every exposed video he needs to do, he can do it from right there where he's sitting at, Jack. That's it. What are you talking about?
Nour, I don't understand this obsession with what you want to blow smoke at me in person. What is that going to achieve? Like, what is it going to achieve?
What do you mean blow smoke at you?
What?
No, I mean, you're going to be trying to dodge the question. You're dodging the question online. What do you want to meet up in person?
I can't dodge the question. I'm not dodging.
You're dodging it right now,
bro.
Nour,
no, I'm
Nour,
not.
Nour.
I
want to understand why you fake buying a house. I want to understand why you fake buying a house.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Chat. Some of his fans, if you go on the video right now, they were calling Coffeezilla emotional. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? How is Coffeezilla emotional? Again, this is a tactic they use on me. This is why I hate debating these pill poppers, right? Because they would do these things, intentionally gaslight you, and knowing fully well that you're aware of what they're doing. And then when you call them out, they turn around and say, oh, well, I don't get why this is so hard for you. What? See, you do this all the time, right? You're emotional. And then their hard audience are going, oh, look at him. Look at him. He's so dumb. Oh, my God. He's so emotional. Why are you so emotional, Coffeezilla? I hate this, dude. This frustrates me. Coffeezilla knows exactly what he's doing. And you can tell Coffeezilla is, frustrated. Because he's like, yo, the fuck, dog? What is this? You're doing exactly what we discussed you wouldn't do. All right, you're dodging the question right now, and you expect me to show up face to face? What the fuck are you gonna do to me face to face if you can't even answer a simple question right now, bro? This is textbook. I'm sure these guys have a book somewhere on how to debate like a scumbag.
No.
I
want to understand why you
faked
faked buying a house. I want to understand why you faked buying a house. Why you stole signals.
Just said I'll
why
answer
you lied
all
about
your
the
questions.
landing page. Then answer them.
Yeah. So can you come to those terms on my end?
Well, so
Is
Nour,
that a yes or no?
You came to me. So
obvious.
You called me out in your video, right? Then
I didn't call you out. What is it called? I'm just saying you're. All I said you were uneducated.
Hold on. You said in DMs. Why didn't you come to me from the beginning? Why didn't you come to the source as if you were going to answer my questions? And then you have spent that whole night and then today not answering my questions. I have very basic questions for you.
Talked to
Spencer. Them, I will be satisfied.
I talked to Spencer and I was just like, why can't he just take this offer? And Spencer replied to me. He said, Spencer loves you, by the way, but Spencer just said that you're just not comfortable with leaving like your area, which I understand. So
Bro, why are you name dropping Spencer? Leave Spencer out of this. We already watched Spencer's video. He says it's up to Coffeezilla. He's backing out. Don't bring Spencer into this. You got to answer the question right now. What you mean? Oh, well, I talked to Spencer. Yeah, you know he was actually fond of you. You know that, right? So it's like, bro, chill with that. What are you doing? What are you doing? We know exactly what's going on, bro. We already watched the video. Spencer wants nothing to do with this. And the fact that you're name dropping him, again, what is that? Supposed to give you some sense of legitimacy because Spencer Cornelia interviewed you? And, bro, get that bullshit out of here. Again, I'm telling you, this is why if you're a top content creator exposing these fake gurus, you got to be careful because they'll use whatever they can. Anything they can to go ahead and scam other people. In this case, this guy is not above using Spencer's name to go ahead and scam other people. And if I was Spencer Cornelia, I wouldn't 100% recuse myself. What I would do to actually save the situation, Spencer, is come out here, do a thorough video. You don't have to show up in person. Expose this guy with your real thoughts or release the other video you were talking about that you didn't release, okay? And then clear your name from this because if you don't do a video clearing your name, he's going to keep name dropping you. This shit's not going to stop. And possibly more people can be scammed using your name. Just saying.
I can come to you. You stay in that room, the dark room. I get it. I've watched your videos.
Actually,
I don't get
usually in the $10 million studio. You're in the void right now. But normally I'm in the $10 million studio.
You'll never want to put yourself in a position where you can look like the loser.
What?
That's the problem.
What is this?
It doesn't make any sense.
Are you psychoanalyzing me? What does it matter if you come show up? I mean,
you can go through everything on my but you get to show everybody's statement. But this is the thing. On the contract, you will literally be able to go through every statement that I've traded month to month, year to year, and you get to go through them yourself. Why is it that hard?
What I'm trying to tell you is that you're trying to like be a stickler about like we have to.
All right. Well, look. All right. So let's make this easy. You're not taking that, right? The condition thing. The 100,000 will go to the Logan Paul victims. We're not doing that.
You're saying my terms. Okay, my terms are if I catch you in a lie, you have to give $100,000 away, and you're going to answer the questions right here.
I'll answer all your questions, and we'll do it all in person.
Oh, come on.
Why I don't understand the in-person thing.
Because the screen recordings that I did on my laptop were fake, right? Quote unquote. Is that what you're...
Bro, what? Really? Clearly, it's a stipulation. Stipulation for what? So in case Coffeezilla doesn't accept all of his terms, which in that case puts it in his favor, right? Then in that case, well, I'm not going to answer your questions. And Coffeezilla, well, guess what? You got exposed, Coffeezilla, because I called you to your face and you couldn't answer a simple question. He can flip that on him now. This is crazy. Like he act like we don't know what's going on. You sound like you sound exactly what a scammer would say, trying to defend himself. This is exactly what y'all remember when I challenged Saint the Sinner to a fight, right? Or no, he challenged me to a fight. Remember that, chat? I don't know if y'all, or some of the OGs remember that, right? Remember when he challenged me on he took his own video down, challenging me to a fight. But then when I said yes, right? I said yes. I even went to the little what do you call it? His YouTube community section where he was offering that challenge as well, because he said it in a video and he also said it on the little community tab, right? And I went in there, I typed in yes, I accept the challenge, bro. And let's go. Just let's let everybody know when the date of the fight's happening. I'm gonna pull up to you, and then we'll scrap it out, right? We'll make sure it's a sanctioned event and whatnot, and it'll be cool, right? Dude didn't respond to me, and then what he then says is he puts up a video saying, "Hey, so if you want to fight any of you YouTubers out there," that's what he says, any of you YouTubers out there that want to challenge me to a fight, right? You guys who are criticizing me out there, well, guess what? When you come to Vegas, take a picture of yourself, all right, and then send it to me on Instagram so I know you're in Vegas. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a location, and then you're going to pull up and we're going to fight. And I'm like, huh? The fuck? Why do I got to do all that? It sounds like a trap. That's what it sounds like to me. Listen, I wasn't a pimp like Sus Marquardt, okay? But I know it's a trap when I smell one, okay? I'm sorry. You're not going to catch me like that. Well, I got to show up, and then you got to send me a location, and then this location. Why don't we just tell everybody when the fight's happening? Why don't we just do that? So that way we're all knowing, and anybody who want to show up can show up, right? And we can make this happen. But you trying to make this all secretive makes me feel like something might happen to me, okay? So we're not playing that game. But these guys do this all the time. They set up these ridiculous terms, knowing fully well if you're someone who's conscious, you're not going to accept that because the terms are ridiculous. It's like, what the fuck? It's a dumb term. Like, obviously, I'm not going to agree to all of this. And the moment you don't agree to all of it, well, then they're going to use that as an excuse to call you weak, call you avoiding, call you whatever it is they want to call you because you didn't agree to their ridiculous demands. And their dumbass audience themselves aren't going to see how ridiculous their offer is. No, like what? Yo, Nour, just answer the questions and you can solve this issue right here, right now, so we'll know you're not a scammer. But what you're showing us, if anything else, is you're showing us exactly what a scammer would do when he doesn't want to answer questions. And honestly, anybody watching this video right now should be very alarmed and very worried if they invested with you. Just saying. Yo, Crypto Life Bags with the 5. Shout out to you. Says, keep up the hard work, my G. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. Says, I'm dying to see you and the Sus Queen debate about how corny and lame he is. Facts. Listen, I'll accept the challenge to debate Sus Marquardt anytime, any day. It could be in person, over the internet. It don't matter to me, right? Let's do it. The question is he gonna do it, right? Because right now, ever since that last beef that we had when I exposed him pretty bad, I haven't heard nothing from him since. Matter of fact, it seems like he's almost going to great lengths to ignore me, almost as if I have information I'm sitting on that could potentially destroy his entire YouTube career, but I'm just waiting for him to do something stupid. It's almost as if we're doing that right now, all right? But we're not. We're not. But still, yeah, I haven't heard anything from this clown since the last time I exposed him, and I trust me, bro, there's a lot more, right? But all we gotta wait for right now is what's that? He got arrested recently. I told you guys the update on that. We gotta wait till the case closes. I got my team working on it right now, so it's one of those things where as soon as the case closes, it's going to be in April. So next month, the case is, it's going to be finito. All right. So if Sus Marquardt didn't, because there's a way you can hide or seal the evidence after the case has been closed, right? If that doesn't happen in his case, we can have access to the body cameras. And I'm dying to see what you said to those officers, sir. But chances are he's probably going to have or request the case to be closed since he's a first-time offender, right? Mr. First-time good boy. Yeah, so that's probably what's going to happen. That's why I'm not holding my breath on it. But the moment I research it and I find out the case is not sealed, we out there. We going to bring them body cameras out because he needs to get exposed. But yeah, he's a lame-o. I mean, come on, bro. You challenge people to fight, then you're trying to make them show up to a random error. I mean, what the fuck is this, bro? Queen Richards did the same thing. I don't know what's wrong with you pill popping weirdos. I don't know if y'all got a playbook or what, but he did the same thing, talking about, I'll fight you, Duke. Okay, I'll fly you out here. Come here, wherever you want, right? No. How about you come to UK? Yeah, but bro, what? What? Clearly, it's a cop out. Okay, buddy, you're not about that. But shout out to you. He is corny, bro.
You're gonna say
no. I don't even need your screen recordings to catch you in a lie. I have
No,
a
but
million
what I'm
ways to
saying
catch
is,
you in a lie.
but like all my trading,
My
and
my terms are if I catch you
what
in a
I'm
lie
saying, but what I'm
fabricating
saying
things,
is, but what I'm saying is,
I
all the
win. I'm
trading,
happy to take that.
all the trading that I've done, right, in the past, quote unquote, is all fake, right? Because I'm a guru furu. So what I'm allowing you to do is when we sit in person, you can go through all my statements right there on the spot. It's your camera.
No. Nour, okay, first of all, there are ways to fake statements. Second of all, there are ways to have multiple
This
accounts.
is the problem with you. You cannot fake statements on TD Ameritrade's website, especially if you're
Nour!
sitting there in
Bro,
person.
it's so easy to do that. It's so easy to fake a statement on TD Ameritrade. It's not even funny, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
You faked your whole backstory. What do you mean
Yo,
there's no
this-
way to
all
fake?
right,
You won't
Steven,
answer
yo,
questions about
You're
it.
not there's three things wrong with this. One, you're not willing to take $100,000 bet that you don't have to pay, and this will go to the victims of Logan Paul. Second,
You'll
I'm
never
offering
pay
you to
it,
come
Nour.
sit with me.
You'll never
this
pay it.
You're
'cause
such
you
you just believe your own lies so that people can believe you on
I
your
just
videos.
told you
Goodbye,
if it's
Steven.
actually
You sound now he running. He sounds like he's projecting, bro. Now he about to run.
my
Enjoy
terms,
your
I would
night,
take the
brother.
bet.
Enjoy
I already
your
told
night.
you I'd take the bet if it's my okay. Wow.
And he
So,
just left. And the guy just left. No question. You could tell right now, chat, that kid had a plan for when he was going to interview Coffeezilla because he knew he wasn't about to answer any questions Coffeezilla had. He's not going to answer it. So he's going to filibuster like he did, even though Coffeezilla knew he was going to do that and told him not to do that. He still did that. And his whole goal was to make Coffeezilla look like some kind of scared weakling who can't even take $100,000 bet to prove him wrong and pay for Logan Paul's, scammed audience. Look at your hero. This is Coffeezilla, people. Is this your king? Huh? He's not even willing to take a $100K bet to prove me wrong. And again, Coffeezilla fans, they're not stupid, okay? They know exactly what this kid's doing. But it's not Coffeezilla's fans or the greater atmosphere that I'm worried about, at least the people who are watching this, right? It's the idiots who are sub to this Nour guy. It's the idiots who believe this Nour guy is actually doing something out there. Those are the people that need to hear this message. Those are the people you gotta damn, bro, y'all for real stupid. It's like, god dang, bro, is it that easy for real? Like, what's going on? But you got those people are the ones that are gonna have it hard in life. All right, if they can't figure this shit out right now, they never gonna figure this out. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. But that kid had it planned from the get-go. He's gonna filibuster, and he filibustered, and then all of the stuff he was using to filibuster was a dog whistle to his audience to make Coffeezilla look like the bad guy. But unfortunately for him, we're not stupid. We're not all idiots here, so we know Coffeezilla definitely is on the money, okay? And this kid's gonna get exposed. I don't know why he would do a bet like that. I mean, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, you're gonna get exposed big time, and it's gonna be bad. And Coffeezilla knows you're not gonna pay. So now what? Now what? If anything, you've already been exposed. So I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. You've already been exposed. So if anything, you should pay up right now. But he's not going to pay up, chat, because that's how scammers roll. And I'm not shocked that this guy was collabing with Fresh and Fit, right? Even after he got exposed as a scammer. And those of you guys who are Fresh and Fit tards, come on, right? You're going to look at me, call me some kind of hater, clout chaser. They platform scammers. And yet they're supposed to expect us to believe they're good people. I'm sorry, but last I checked, you're the sum of the people you hang out with. And if I'm looking at your friend group and I see a bunch of scammers, liars, cheats, scumbags, people with massive fucking STD problems, okay? And I see those guys on your show, all right? And they're supposed to be your friends, and Myron is super loyal to them, right? I'm sorry, bro, but not only you're a scammer, your whole friends are scammers, and likely the people who listen to you probably already been scammed. You can't do anything about it. This is how that works, okay? So that's why when I criticize these guys, it's for a reason, because I think single-handedly are doing more damage to young men than even any matrix or phenomenon in society these guys are saying right now. Yeah, mainstream media is bad. You're not going to get any arguments from me. But don't sit there and tell me mainstream media is bad, but independent media like Red Pill Poppers on YouTube are good. You lost me. Sorry. If you think, because all you're doing to me is you're swapping one propaganda machine for another propaganda machine. The other one's just on YouTube. Okay. That's all I see in this. And it's like, damn, bro, it's so sad seeing a bunch of young men go down this path. But I mean, at the end of the day, what can you do? If you can't laugh on this channel, well, I guess you could just feel bad for it. But we ain't all about feeling bad here. We all about clowning people who probably deserve to be clowned, and that's essentially the essence of it. But shout out to you guys for being here. What do you guys think of the chat? Do you think first of all, let's talk about this with Coffee and Spencer. I think this is a minor beef. They probably already worked it out. It is what it is. But who do you think was do you think Coffeezilla was right to call Spencer Cornelia? Do you think that Spencer Cornelia did a bad job with that Nour trades interview? Put a 1 in the chat. Or if you think, hey, you know what? No, Duke, you're wrong again. Duke the dork. All right, you're wrong, okay, Duke? All right? No, Spencer Cornelia did a phenomenal job in this interview. His backup guy was great, okay? And Nour trade is definitely not a scammer, Duke. Okay? Put a 2 in the chat. That's up to you. I don't care. I love hearing your opinions because, your opinions are great, all right? They're like assholes. We all have one. So I want to hear it. Yo, but yeah, let me know I got me cracking myself up sometimes, bro. But chat, let me know what you think. All right. Personally, I think Coffeezilla was right. It's a 1 for me. But again, there are people who believe that scams on YouTube don't exist. So put a 2 for you. I don't care. But a shout out to you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys being here, man. It means a lot to me. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.